Hello and welcome to Appalachian Dragons, where me and a bunch of my favorite backwoods bastards get together and we like to play Dungeons and Motherfucking Dragons.
Dungeons and
Yeah.
Dragons.
Tonight, we are on session 15 of our newest campaign, Tyranny of Flagons. We do want to say that we are very glad to have our old buddy Brandon back. It has been far too long, you fucker. Welcome back. Glad to have you. Good to see your face. Good to see your stash. All that fun jazz.
Good to have you back, man.
Yeah. Tonight we are diving into session 15. We're gonna do a quick recap. Oh, actually, Brandon, when was the last session you were here?
September, beginning of September.
What was the last thing that happened? Do you remember?
We had just rescued Skullport. I don't think
Okay,
we were making our way to the Nine Hells yet,
Cool,
or we
cool,
were
cool.
headed that way.
So
gonna
you
give,
remember fighting the green worm speaker?
Yes.
So I'll give you an abridged recap of everything that's happened since then. Just high-level clip notes. You guys leave the city of Skullport, make your way back up to the top Waterdeep, where you meet up with some of your old comrades, particularly the crew of the Westwind Wyvern and S15. S15 does some identifying on the mask for you and tells you that it's pretty spoopy, that when you first put it on, Tiamat can see you when you attune to it, but she does not have the power to just will herself to see you all the time. She also takes a look at the book for Yuan and tells him that it is vile. She doesn't even want to touch it. She says that there are some things older than existence that have been around since the dawn of creation, and this is one of those fucked up things. Something with its threads all across the multiverse. She also tells him that she cannot destroy it. Tells him he's better off to do away with it as soon as he can. Yuan does make an honest attempt to try to get rid of it. He seals the mask away in a pocket dimension with U2, his clone of himself, using the simulacrum spell, or using wish to do simulacrum. You guys then got some little shopping done, got a few new things. You should have on your character sheet a new item that will an Ioun stone, if I'm not mistaken, that'll increase your wisdom. Make sure you have that you're attuned to it. We have just had a long rest, so you shouldn't have anything marked off there. You guys make your way on a very long airship ride to go to Hellgate Keep, where you believe the next worm speaker to be. Along the way, Yuan tries to hide the book away, and instead awakens to find it there by his bedside. And after failing a save, blacked out. Awaking the next morning to the sound of screams, the crew and those on the ship discover that one of their crew members has been murdered. A dragonborn by the name of Kava, who was one of the newly freed, the 12 slaves that you guys freed at the very beginning of Storm King's Thunder. She was a paladin of the God of Justice, partner to Akira, who was absolutely in grief and just trying spell after spell to bring her back, but nothing was taken. Yuan tried his best to remedy this. While no one suspected him immediately, he did try to wish for her to come back, casting a resurrection spell, but it was as if there was no soul to draw back to the body. So after several attempts from several people to revive her, could not be done. This led to a bit of spark of conflict as Goldbrand and Davos picked up on this spooky behavior, and Goldbrand having a long talk with Yuan about what he is and what's happening. Kind of thought he was going to shoot him like Old Yeller style out in the wilderness, but they came back together. There was talk with Tabitha. Tabitha was pissed off with him and upset. They sort of made up by the end of it, but things were a little tense, to say the least. The party then went by the not the grandfather tree, Stone Stand, the Uthgard site where Goldbrand's people hold sacred, where he was he and Gideon, I should say, were wanting to say goodbye to Hydia properly now that she was laid to rest, and were greeted by lots of spirits of the Uthgard, but not Hydia's. After looking a little closer, they found that there was a dark void where her spirit should have been, and arising from the stone was a black sword that the spirit of Hydia then grabbed and began to fight Goldbrand. Goldbrand eventually conquered the sword of course being a manifestation of the spell that killed Hydia several weeks prior. Goldbrand then freed the spirit of his wife, who then joined him with his sword. Goldbrand brought a tree to life. It was cool. We didn't name it. We got to name it. The party then went to Hellgate Keep, where they found it besieged, actually originally looking like it was surrounded by Harpers, who are the ones you believe to be in control of the keep, but quickly realized this was an illusion, and behind them were goblins and gabagools who were manning the walls. I know. I'm glad you appreciate that, because it's a terrible joke, and I'm pretty proud of it. The party made their way in, making their way past undead frost giants and skellyfish. They were discovered but managed to fight off their attackers and made their way right to the gate of the keep before they realized there was a familiar sight. Davos and Gulbran had peeked into the future/scrying to see a sarcophagus that was bound up with infernal runes. And upon freeing the entity inside, found out that it was an angel that had been mummified, which should not be possible. But the White Worm speaker Malek was famous for wanting to create original undead. He had sort of corrupted this life form. It was in the process of becoming a full undead, but had not yet completed its transition. The angel was repulsed by Yuan and his dark, lichy behavior, as well as untrusting of the party as a whole. However, when Yuan did successfully locate the Lich's phylactery and destroy it with the help of Arcanox and Davos, the angel did change its view of the party, deeming you to be good but misguided. And after ripping her own chest open, her spirit was able to join Yuan as one of his collective ghosties. The party made their way into the keep, finding their way down to the belly of Hellgate, where they fought Molech at the gate. He had animated the corpse of a gold dragon that was once defending the lair in two different forms, its spirit as well as the hollow shell of its scales. You guys did battle with it. It got pretty close to down to a couple of you, got pretty close to doing some major damage, but Pandora shot it down, killing Molech on the spot. The party was then able to catch their breath, patch themselves up a little bit, and collect the white dragon mask, but not before a rift opened up and this aborted fetus titan demigod thing kind of drifted in. The party then fought that, as well as a parasite-infested Bahir, two undead monstrosities that seem to have been lingering in the keep, and the blue worm speaker, known only as the Madman. This entity seemed to have an axe that was capable of cutting through time and space, time and space, I guess, to open rifts, and had used it to try to pop in, snatch the mask from Arcanox, and bounce out. However, he was unsuccessful, as the lords were able to grapple it away from him, and eventually Pandora snatch it and run and hide. You guys had brought him to the brink of not quite death, but roughed him up enough to where he realized it was better for him to go and fight another day. So with a last-minute taunt, he popped out, hit that eject button, and disappeared. You guys healed, patched up, and then Yuan was able to figure out how the gate was working after consulting with his other self. He was then able to slice his hand, place his hand upon the door, and the blood activating the Hellgate allowed it to open. Doing it this way also allows you passage back out of the gate when you are done in Hell, which is nice. If you had done it incorrectly, you might have been trapped there. The party made their way into Avernus, this fiery hellscape of a plain, the sun never rising, instead 9 suns behind the mountains, making it sort of a perpetual dusk, twilight kind of vibe. The party did a little bit of exploring, and after looking around, saw 2 locations of interest nearby. They saw a volcano that had a fortress built into it, as well as a high hill covered in metal trees. Taking the hill as the better option for a height vantage point, the party made their way there. And along the way found dozens of these black iron trees that on each and every one of them, or almost every one of them, had a mutilated corpse crucified to them. And it did not take long for you to realize that not all of these were corpses. Many of these were alive and suffering, kept on the very brink of life so that they could be punished for whatever sins they had committed. At the top of this there hill, they did find a particular figure of interest pinned to an exceptionally large tree, a vampire. What's interesting about all of these knights is that they were, in fact, knights, paladins, and clerics of gods of justice and the sun and light. Many of them were paladins of Lathander or Tyr or Helm, and it created a rather gruesome sight. They spoke to the entity crucified on the tree, who introduced himself as Yondar, right? Is that right? Yondar?
That's what's in the notes.
Right. Bless. You
Mary
misspelled it, but I'll
Poppins,
allow it. Yeah, not Yondu, Yondar. Said Yondar better get your asses over here. Yondar, it said that he was a part of a cavalry known as the Hell Riders, essentially a group of holy knights who were led by the angel Zariel into hell to fight the demons and devils on their home turf. Essentially, the idea was rather than them fighting them in the material plane after they had already made it, that they would charge into hell and slay them in their realm where they would die permanently and hopefully give them some type of edge and advantage in this eternal war. However,
I imagine that didn't work out.
Yes and no. The party did, after conversing with this entity for a while, the vampire looked at you, Davos, and called you by your father's name. And that is where we left off. On Tyranny of Flagons! And we're back. We are picking up in the first level of Hell, Avernus. Oh, and actually, for Brandon's sake, as well as for any viewers, I will quickly drag you guys just to the overhead map so you can get an idea of this wretched place. This, motherfuckers, is Avernus, a hell-torn landscape that is constantly... you see this red river that runs through it is actually the river Styx, which does not originate in Avernus. This is an extra-dimensional river that originates in the Abyss and flows through several different realms. As it originates in the Abyss, demons can use it to seep out into other planes. So there are constantly demons surging out of this river to try to invade other places. And the devils of this plane are primarily concerned with holding them back. They saw many of these devils and demons, which I do have to explain the difference. Demons from the Abyss, devils from the Hells. Devils are lawful, but still evil. Demons are chaotic, but evil. And so there's just constant war and chaos. The sky rains comets and meteors. There's a giant black glowing sun in the middle of this area. And all around, spooky vibes. Not a fun place to vacation. With that, we pick up with Yondar as he locks eyes with Davos and says, Evermore, is this really you?
No. I'm his son.
Yondar's face sort of twists in confusion for a second. How long has it been? How long has it been since the battle?
Do you say bow or vow?
The battle. Which you do not know. You've not heard of your dad, Amorous. None of the knights ever told you about this. So this is kind of little striking you as odd. Because your father was among us. Your father was a Hell Rider and helped us. And I fear that there's a place for him among us. And as he shifts his chin, you see that one tree in particular is empty, and that on it is a black iron plaque with your father's name. And you gather that much like all of these knights who have passed, their souls were taken here and left here as punishment. That when your father passes, there is a place reserved for him here.
I try to take the plaque off.
You try, but it is forged to the tree. It is like It is a part of this metal, black iron, infernal iron tree. It is very sturdily on there. You can try to give me a strength check if you want.
Sure.
Athletics check up.
Athletics. 19.
You give it a mighty tug. In fact, with the 19, part of it breaks off. And then, as if the tree had provided it with new iron, it grows back. This is a binding, infernal, not quite a contract, more of a promise of sorts. You know now that Zariel, the angel that this man says led them into battle, is now the Archduchess of Hell. You are unsure as to why your father's name is particularly here. Your father has never mentioned any of this to you. And as you're looking at the tree, you start to look around at the surrounding area. And you see a familiar face. You see the mutilated body to a degree, but the body of Lord Amorous pinned to the tree beside your father's. Your mentor, your trainer, the man who guided you truly into becoming a knight. And as he sees you, despite all the anguish that he is in, that must be unimaginable, these iron thorns from the tree sticking through various parts of his body, gruesomely crucified as these large bat-like entities come up and drink of his blood, and this nightmarish punishment. As he sees you, his face becomes distorted by pain and anguish, shame. Do you approach?
Yeah.
What do you say to him as you do it?
So many thoughts. I'm wondering if I could end it, like kill him, break the curse or whatever, ease his suffering.
You certainly could. Is that how do you want to go about doing that? Is there anything you wish to say before?
Yeah. I mean, still kind of confused. Like, what is this? I guess.
As you ask that, Amorous begins weeping. Lord Davos, I'm sorry. Had I known that this would be our punishment, I never would have allowed it to happen. Long ago, some 30-odd years now, when I was a knight, I was training your father in the ways of the Order of the Aster. The call of the Hell Riders went out. We were told a cavalry of divine knights would be headed by an angel and charge into Avernus, finally taking the fight to the devils on a turf where we could truly deal some damage. We quickly joined, believing that we were doing Lathander's will, serving the Morning Lord in the most noble way possible. We carved our way through countless fiends, served several tours in Avernus, slaying demons and devils alike before riding back through the gate. It was bitter work, but the interplanar nature of all of this meant we could return home. We could rest and have the safety of the material plane and see our families. On one of these returns, your father met your mother. And after learning that she was with child, with you, he decided he would only take one final tour. We rode into Avernus. We thinned the devils out as much as we could, but as a result, the demons surging out of the river outnumbered us. They cut off our escape. Zariel refused to retreat. And when a third of our number, 200 knights, had fallen, a third of us routed. We fled. I wanted Arambor to go, but he refused to leave without me. And so we both left. We escaped back through the gate. But those who stayed, they perished. Zariel was defeated, brought before Asmodeus himself. But in some sick twist of the Dawnfather's will, he managed to turn her against us. Zariel went from being one of the Dawnfather's most noble forces to serving Asmodeus as the ruler of this hell. All of those who fled that day, all of those who betrayed her in her eyes, have a place here, where we are to wallow away for eternity. I will admit that I am ashamed of my cowardice. But no one deserves this. I'm sorry, Avernus.
I understand. So I guess we just gotta kill Zariel then.
I don't know if you can. She is walled up in that floating fortress that is incredibly powerful. Literal legions of devils are at her side.
Sounds like she's
don't know.
scared.
He, despite his agony, cracks a smile. Ever the valiant, ever the brave. I do not know if you can best her, but if you can free me from this, I would be eternally grateful.
You give the word.
He says one final prayer to the Dawnfather, hoping that if there is anything after this, that he is with him. And if there's not, then it would be better than being here. And braces himself for your strike.
Guess a two-handed executioner. If that's the way to free him.
Davos draws his blade and carves from shoulder to hip of the ruined body of Lord Amorous. And as he does, the body does not bleed. It does not fall limp as it evaporates into dust. And as it does, you feel the ground beneath your feet rumble. As the tree before you grows even larger, and a new plaque appears on it. Davos Dawnbringer. And beneath it, your crime. Mercy upon the betrayer. And you hear the sound of thunderous hoofbeats echo out above you as you see 3 nightmares, which I am using in the literal D&D sense.
My bad.
Like the mare of the night.
As 3 blackened horses with flames upon their back, each one bearing a knight in dark black wicked armor and great swords at their side as they charge towards you. And with that, I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Son of a bitch.
For fuck's sake.
It
Trying
was
to do something
necessary.
sweet, Joey, and you ruined it.
I was hoping you would. Fantastic. Let me get my there thingamajigger.
Guess there
Build up
goes cutting
here.
down my dad's tree.
Way to be merciful, Davos.
Ah, gosh.
You get the
Mercy is for
idea.
squares.
All this does is
Ruthlessness.
cement my belief that we need to kill this fucker.
Well, we have to get the Duke first. The Duke has the dragon mask. Then we can talk about going to fuck up. Sorry.
I just love what's going on with Joey's eye with that program.
Yeah.
It's lazy-eyed.
Give me 1 second. I gotta get. Okay, Goldbrain, what'd you get?
12.
12. Pandora, what'd you get?
15.
15.
Yeah, I
right.
rolled 15. With
Arcanarch,
a
what'd you
nice
get?
spicy nat one.
I got 11.
And G1. Why is
3.
U2 in this? U2 is in my initiative tracker for some reason. Dun dun. That's what I said last time.
Is that foreshadowing?
No, this one's a genuine fuck up. As we arrive atop Harriman's Hill, and for Davos in particular, let me give you an assessment of this. There was this winding trail known as the Coward's Way, where these trees were sprouting on both sides of it, creating this infernal grove of nightmares that led up this long, winding hill, this one here, which jutted out over the river Styx. This murky, dark red water that you see beneath you. That is not quite water at all. I will give everyone a moment if you want to position yourself more favorably for this encounter. You want to move 15, 20, I'll say even up to 30 feet, just in this moment of preparation as you hear the horses coming.
Are we able to see over these twists?
Over the ridges? Yes.
We're on the high
You're
ground at this time.
Yeah, you're
right?
on the peak of the hill, but none of these horses are galloping on the
We're
ground.
flying.
They are literally charging through the air towards you. In a sick twist, these Hell Riders are here to be your executioner. At the top of initiative, we have Davos. Look at you. As you finish executing your mentor, freeing him from an eternity of torment, you see these three figures galloping forth. What do you do?
These are 5 or 10 foot.
5 foot squares.
So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 to this one.
It's a
I'm gonna just,
beautiful day. Sorry.
Guiding
You
bolt.
all the fucking death clock means. Love it.
I'll just do a second level guiding bolt.
Yeah, which one you hit? I will say
The
there's
top
one. The top one? Okay, cool. 27 certainly hits. And are you aiming for the steed or the knight?
I was gonna say the knight.
Yeah, go ahead, pop. What you got for damage there, homie?
Let's. I can't remember if I get anything extra, so we'll just go with that for now. 19.
19, solid.
Radiant
and-
damage, if it's relevant.
I checked, and it does not. It does not have a vulnerability, immunity, or resistance. It will, however, take a chunk to its HP. HP. That's my laptop right there. Bonus action.
Bonus action, I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Arcanox.
Nice.
Ooh, hell yeah.
That is going to be a
D10.
D12. D12.
12. Look at you.
10
Oh,
minutes,
man.
one ability check, attack, or saving throw.
Fantastic.
Can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
Mm-hmm. But after I use my legendary resistance.
Fantastic. Excellent.
Mistake.
This entity, he is going to charge forward. I think he's going to position himself right about here. This one does seem to have more ornate armor than the others. He has 3 gilded spikes that emerge from his head, almost like a weird crown. And the mask of the helm seems to be a wicked grin that spreads across his face. He is going to start off with a terrifying command. I need everyone within 60 feet, which is all of you, to make a charisma saving throw. Oh. Barber passes. Oh, everybody
Nice
but
that
Goldbrand. Nice. Everybody but Goldbrand passes. Goldbrand, you are frightened of this entity. You're going to be able to repeat this at the end of your turns. As a friendly reminder, frightened means that you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while you can see it, and you can't willingly move toward it. That is its bonus action. He is going to take a Hellfire Lance attack. I think he gets 2 of these. Oh no, excuse me, he gets 3. I think he's going to do one of these at Arcanox and 2 of these at you, since you're frightened of him. Let's see. That's a nat 1 for Arcanox's swing. He'll take the second one at Arcanox, because that pisses him off. A 24, I believe, does hit.
Yeah, 24 hits.
And you have resistance to fire, right?
Yes, I do.
So you are going to take a total of 19 points of damage. That's 11 piercing. Would be 16 fire, but you're only taking half, so that's a total of 19. This next one's also coming to me, is going to go to Goldbrand for a 28. You do not have any resistance, correct, Goldbrand? That's a full 27 points of damage to you, good sir. As he takes this lance and he thrusts it towards you. And it's not even the lance itself that strikes you, but rather a flame builds up around it. And as he thrusts it, the flame rushes towards you. Excellent. You also feel, as this strikes you, it's almost as if what binds your soul to your body has just been hacked away a little bit. You get the sense that if you die from this, that your soul is forfeit. Very spooky shit. We round now to Pandora. Pandora, you're surrounded by all sorts of spooky shit. What do you choose to do?
All right, remind me. We got a long rest, correct?
Correct. Yes, you should be
Before
full health, full abilities, all full charges, all that good shit.
Yep. Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to double check.
Always good. Good call.
You know, let's see. I am going to. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize my bonus action to, I guess it's cast, use, whatever, enable 2 for flinching. So I can expend 3 charges to cast Swift Quiver as a bonus action, which will allow me to use my bonus action to fire 2 additional arrows.
So you'll be able to make, starting next turn, you'll be able to make 3 per round. Very solid.
Yep. So
fantastic.
All
right, that's your bonus action.
I'm gonna go ahead and shoot at this one that's like right in direct line of sight.
Get it. Fuck him up. 27 certainly hit. Are you aiming for the knight or the steed?
Is one of them more difficult than the other, or is it just kind of either or?
They have different armor classes. I won't specify if one is easier than the other. The horse is larger, or the nightmare is larger than the knight, so you gather it's a little bit of an easier target from that, but it also doesn't have barding like the knight has armor. So the horse might be easier to hit, but I'll leave that up to you.
Let me just shoot the knight.
Yeah, go for it. 27 definitely hits 14. Fantastic. Yep. Excellent. You may move if you choose to, as we round to the other 2 of the Narzagon.
Oops.
90 feet.
Did its thing.
They each close in. The first one is going to make 1 attack on Yuan. Actually, no, he's going to make 2 attacks on Yuan and 1 on Goldbrand. A 15 does not hit a Yuan. Does a 19 hit a Yuan?
It meets.
It meets. All right, I need him. Does he have fire resistance? Not in this elemental state. I don't think he does. He takes a full 27 points of damage. The next hit is coming toward Goldbrand. An 18 does not hit a Goldbrand, so he's good. All right, we're going to the one up top. This one is making 1 swing on Arcanox. A 25. I think that does hit an Arcanox.
25 hits, yeah.
That is a total of 19 points of damage to you, and then 2 for Davos. A 12 and a 17. Nobody hits Davos. We round to Goldbrand. Goldbrand, you feel an overwhelming fear of these entities surge in you. And I will say, you are frightened of all 3 of these entities, so you cannot move toward any of them, which is tricky. What do you do?
I get to do this at the end of my turn anyway. I can't move towards any of them. Since I'm kind of stuck, you know what?
You do have weapons with range, if that helps at all.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do first, I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, man. I could try to get all 3 of them.
Hold person.
Yeah, I'm just trying to... I want to try all 3. Yeah, alright. Let's do it.
Okay. Cool. So what level are you casting that at?
It's a 5th level. So let me make sure that's right. Maybe I only need to do it at 4th to do 2 of them.
I think 4th. I think it's a level 2 spell and then 1 additional per.
Yes. Yes, you're correct.
The Narzagon do have advantage on spell saving throws. So they're going to make these advantage. That charisma, wisdom.
Wisdom.
All right, so this first one I'll do for the Narzagon, or excuse me, for the main one. Sorry, my name is. Ooh, a natural 20 for a 22. The exact score he needed.
I would like to wield that. No, whoa, that. I rolled a 13 earlier. That was my random. My flat roll I rolled earlier was.
I didn't see it, but I'll trust you. Yeah. Okay.
It's not too far up if you want to look at it. Here, I get a roll.
I'll roll his second one, but no, you are
Yes.
good. He becomes locked up. The other two. Ooh.
Worth it for him.
Hang on.
Let me mark my woe usage too.
All 3 of them. Oh wait, no, what? 22?
Yes, sir.
Oh, she rolled a 21, or he rolled a 21. All 3 of them become locked up. Their steeds beneath them, whirring and roaring at the frustration as you have locked them down. Bonus action.
I was going to rage, but since I got all of them, I won't. I will activate the dragon constellation, which will
Gives
give
you
me
advantage
wings,
on
a
save.
flying speed, and an advantage on my concentration check. I can
Very
go
nice.
straight up, I guess. They're also in the air.
Yeah.
Can I?
I think mathematically that would technically be closer to them. However, I will allow it.
Okay, I'll go straight up.
I'd say
20
they're
feet.
all about 15, or excuse me, all about 5-10 feet off the ground at this point.
Okay, I'll go up my full 20 feet, just trying to get me on a different level than the rest of the party.
Makes sense.
And then my bonus action was to activate that. So, yeah.
Fantastic. That brings
Goldburn
us to
turns into a
Yuan.
dragon constellation. Goes zoom. Can I make a?
Ah.
What do I make? A save at the end of the turn? Was that wisdom?
Yes, sir.
What
I
is
think
that?
it's a wisdom. I will
Or
double check it.
charisma. It was charisma earlier.
Charisma. You're right. Yeah.
Gross.
No cigar. Yuan, cowering behind an iron tree as this entity comes up and flashes fire at him.
It's 5
What?
feet in the air. I was laughing because he is exactly behind the tree. He's taking cover. It's not cowering.
Yeah.
This might
Tomato,
change
tomato.
some. This might change some things. He can't reach them like for a melee attack.
They are within 10 feet because they had to be within 10 feet to do his the lance attack. So not quite within touch range.
So okay, Yuan is going to. Let me make sure there's not a. Is it a 6th level spell? Yeah. Yuan's gonna cast Tasha's Otherworldly Guise.
Ooh, okay.
So it does
Drop that
all of
chat
this
for me.
stuff. Interesting.
He's using one
So
of
that's
the
what-
objects of the outer plane.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that.
Particular ones, but I think he had one for each level of those. Let me see.
I don't think it matters which one for this spell though. Just says an object engraved with a symbol of the outer
Well,
planes.
but depending on which one you pick, it gives you different abilities, lower or upper planes.
Oh,
I think he has them for each. So whichever one you want to pick. In this
I'll do
one. Yes.
the lower planes for that fire.
Okay, if you
poison.
mark. Fantastic. So you have you're immune to fire and poison damage. You are immune to the poison condition. You get spectral wings with a feat speed of 40. You have a +2 to your AC.
Yes.
All your weapon attacks are magical. You use a spell fighting modifier instead of strength or dexterity. You can attack twice instead of once. This is what he used at the very beginning of the campaign to become
Yes.
the sort of
a melee user, and now because he
Yeah.
has wings, he's gonna fly right up to this paralyzed dude and smack him twice.
Oh, because that's only a bonus action. Nice. Okay, yeah. Go ahead and swing.
He uses
Paralyzed. I don't think he gets advantage with this, right?
Hold on. It definitely crits. It may also get advantage.
I think it crits if it hits.
Yes.
No, I don't want to know about real paralysis. That's sad. I want to know about fantasy
It is
paralysis.
incapacitated, automatically fails strength and dex saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if you're within
Nice.
5 feet of them.
Swing twice with advantage?
And technically, he gets to add his magical bonus to this instead of
you can
whatever
make
he's actually
You
getting.
can make a spell attack roll.
Oh, okay.
You want to make those instead? And then
I
we'll,
will. Yes,
we'll
sir.
roll damage afterward.
Oh, well, where is it? Sorry, I'm looking
Under
for his cantrips.
spells?
Yeah, I'm working on it. Here we go. It's a 16. I'm gonna do it. I'll have to do it this way. 29.
That certainly hits.
Oh, the damage won't be right though. So the
The
Omni
damage
Blade.
won't be right, but roll the 2 more for the second attack, and we'll see how many times they roll. Okay,
25.
that's going to hit as well. Yeah, go ahead. So critical, so we're going to double the dice. Roll the Omni Blade damage twice. Just the damage if you can.
Working on it. Nope, it rolls
That's
the whole
gonna be
thing.
10. That's okay. So that's 10, but the dice was a 3, so that's actually 13. And then 13 plus
6.
29 points of damage. Very nice. Fantastic. A chunk of health comes out of this entity. That's his action, his bonus action. He can move if he chooses to.
He
But you will
will-
get.
He will back
Go ahead.
away as well because they're incapacitated. They can't
horse-
take reactions. Oh
The
no!
horse is a
All right.
separate entity. It is going to go for a bite attack, I think. Let me double check that. It's a hoof attack, actually. Fantastic. But a 16 does not hit a Yuan, does it?
No.
Nice. Okay, so we go to Argonox. Argonox, you watch as these 3 hellish knights lock up as they begin to rush towards you. What do you do?
I'm gonna position myself a little bit, so I'm in between both of these guys. Alright, the big Hell Knight, who is the more ornate, obviously, is in some
Yeah.
kind of authority. He's getting 2 swings of dose.
Get him.
Ooh, 18 and 16.
Oh, that does not hit the knight, unfortunately.
Ooh,
Oh, but you have advantage technically, so that's just 1 swing. Roll 2 more for me.
oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Nat 20. Yeah, go ahead and roll some damage, my guy.
Alright, I'm gonna hit that one. Shazam.
Wait, that's a 19.
I-
You have something that gives you crits on 19s?
Oh yeah, it's a champion fighter.
Oh, yeah. Nice. So
Mhm.
that's going to be
There's
7
that
doubled
one.
to 14 plus 5. That's 19 points of damage. You have 1 more attack.
I see there's a effect I have on Douse that I have forgotten to use this entire time. But I'm gonna throw an additional 2d8 cold damage on top of that.
Nice. So give me 1 second, because I'm not mistaken. They do have resistance to cold. As the water on your blade congeals around it and cuts through, you see it steam off of him. And it doesn't quite have the punch that you were hoping it would. He will take half of that, however. So that's going to be 5 damage. Fantastic. All right. And I
That
think you have
realization.
1 more swing?
Yeah, on that realization, I'm gonna hit him with an electric breath.
Yeah, get him.
attack. Third attack.
Fantastic. He automatically fails the dex check, so he's going to take the full damage of that.
Yeah.
That's going to be 20 points of electric damage.
Pikachu
Fantastic.
actually too.
Oh, technically, the horse is in that range too. So I'll roll a dex save for the horse, which does fail, and it's going to take 20 points damage as well.
Did you aim at the person at all? Did
He
he?
hit both of them.
Sorry. Well, the person is auto crit, unless I'm mistaken.
We did critical damage.
Okay, I'm sorry. My bad.
No, it's okay. I appreciate you trying to keep us honest. As we round to the nightmares, they are not
real quick.
dumb creatures. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have anything
Notice-
else, Ben?
Yeah, actually, as a bonus action, instead of attacking, I'm gonna do Shield of Faith
Nice.
Yeah.
On who?
on myself. I'm gonna do it on
Yeah,
myself,
yeah.
but I'm 25 AC right now.
Fantastic. All 3 of the nightmares. Yuan backed away, so he would not get an opportunity attack. And they can move so far to where I don't think that any of them have to come within 5 feet of you. All 3 of the nightmares are going to make their attacks on Goldbrand to try to free their masters. Here comes the first one. Neither one of the first one hit. Ooh, both of them on the second one hit. I need you to take a total of 20 points. Excuse me, 20 for the first and 20... Wait. I apologize. Only 20 points of damage for this hit. With this, I need you to make a concentration check at advantage.
Can't roll below a 15 because of the constellation.
Very nice. Can't roll below a 15? Very solid. You are good there. And I think that's one more, so 20 more points of damage. And a new save, but I don't think you can actually, I should roll for this to make it harder for you. Very solid. The horses come and kick up on Goldbrand a little bit, but he does not falter in his casting. We go to you two, who is not supposed to be here, as we go to Davos. What you got, homie?
Goldbrand's 20 feet in the air?
Yes.
Well, that
So now all of
that
the
idea.
horses are as well.
Yeah.
Can't save you if I can't touch on you.
Yeah, I made a mistake.
Alright, I'm
coming
gonna
back
just
down
go
there.
and get this first one. I'm gonna swing on the knight, if that's what we're calling him.
They're all 20 feet in the air with Goldbrand, because the horses all went to go beat up on him.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have to either pop something range, or...
Son of a...
Yeah, honestly, though.
I guess I'm gonna have to steel wind strike him.
Oh, you know what I should... Oh, noted for next turn. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, if you want to. Burn those spell slots, motherfucker.
Is that also going to crit them?
Technically, it
Should.
says within 5 feet. I guess he does teleport to their
Right.
location to strike them.
Yeah.
I'd allow it, yeah. How many targets do you get with that?
Up to 5, so I'm gonna hit them 3 and the horse of the big guy and the horse of the one in front of me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. We'll start with the 3 horsemen. They all have the same AC, so roll. I'll do them
This-
left to right.
Click.
A
this.
19 does not hit the knight. Next one.
That's... yeah. Okay. Get this right. So that's a
No,
5th.
get it wrong.
Right. It rolled a bunch of dice, though. I think that was damage, but then it said
Yeah.
19 for the hit.
Yeah, that's fine. 19 does
Okay.
not hit the first knight, so go ahead and roll for your second swing. You should be able to hit it, the button just by the sword to get just that one, I think. Like the 2 hit value. And we'll use that 30 for a baseline.
Alright. There's a second.
24 does hit. That is crit, and that is all dice.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So that's 60 points of damage. Fantastic. Next wing. Oh, another 19 does not hit. So now we'll go for the big guy's horse. That certainly hits. Horse is not paralyzed, but it will take the 30. And the horse in front of you. That definitely hits for 30. Devin, remind me, whole person, they get to roll at the end of their turn to try to break out of it?
I don't think so. I think it's the one that's a no. I will look right now. Sir.
I'm
That
gonna
will be
bonus
relevant
that.
as we are now coming up to them.
Should've
It
done
is
this
at the
first.
end
At
of
the end
each of
its
yes.
turns.
Okay.
I'm going to make 3 wisdom saves. They make these with advantage. But again, not very wise. He's wiser than the other 2, so that helps a little bit.
It's been my turn, so I have a reaction to woe again.
This is
Only
Before
one of
I-
them passes. What was that?
this was before I went, technically. The save at the end of the turn.
Technically, yes. We'll say it's one of the 2 you missed. I didn't say I was going to do these in any particular order, so we'll roll odd or even, because the ones that pass your hit were the main one and the one on the left. So I'm going to roll a d20. If it's odd, we'll go with the one on the left. If it's even, we'll go to the one on the right. It is even, so we'll go to the one on the right. He is free from his paralyzed. The other two are still locked down. Although
Alright,
he's
now
going
what?
to try to change that.
Bonus
Anything else?
action, Lathander.
Yeah, get him.
Um,
You could probably get, with your current position, if you aim at the main one, I think you're going to get Goldbrand.
what
You're
if I'm
technically
moving
aiming a
here?
cone upward. How long is your cone? Phrasing.
A little personal,
15?
don't you think?
15 feet?
I think it is. Where's it at? I think it is a
16 feet.
15-foot cone. It's not saying it in the bonus actions.
I'd say they are 20 feet away, technically. So I don't know if you could quite get them with
30-foot
Yeah,
cone.
it was just
is
5
what
foot.
it says on
30-foot cone.
what it says on-
Damn. Okay, get it. So yeah, I'll allow you. You could probably get two of
Wherever I
them
have to move.
without getting Goldbrand, but I think if you're going to try to get all three, Goldbrand's going to be in that projectile.
Okay. So the first two in front of me,
Sure.
and their
okay.
horses.
Very good call. Yeah. What's the save on that?
That's going to be a DC 18 con save.
They do not automatically fail con. They have proficiency in con. So these are the two for the knights. A 16 and a 26. So the second one passes. And the horses, the nightmares, one of them passes, one of them fails. Looks like the first knight and his horse are going to take the full brunt of that damage, 18 radiant, which that's going to be blah, blah, blah. And for the horse, it's going to be blah, 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 blah. And these two are going to take half. So instead of the 18, it's only taking 9. So that's horse also takes 9. The first one is also blinded.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep.
I'm going to zoom
First
in because
horse
y'all are
and
now. Sorry.
First horse and knight.
Yeah, yes, sir. The one closest to you.
Alright. That's
Anything
it.
else? Fantastic. We round to. Oh, I skipped him. I'm sorry. We round to. Who I will tell you now is Harriman, for whom this hill is named. Harriman is going to. He knows that Goldbrand is the one that locked him down. Yeah, I think he's going to aim all 3 hits on him. He's going to use one of his commands. He has the heal. Is it better for him to heal his ally, even though his ally is locked down? That's technically the bonus action. He'll make his strikes first. 3 swings coming at Goldbrand. Oh, and that 20. And I'm not bullshitting you. I'll screenshot it. Does a 19 hit a Goldbrand?
19 meets.
Okay, so 2 of these hit. The first one for the crit. I'm gonna have to roll this and do the math manually. Give me 1 second. So that's 21 plus 34. 21 plus 34 is 55. Yeah, 55 points of damage as his lance actually.
Oh, okay.
Sorry?
I was gonna ask what type of damage it was, but it sounds like it's gonna be piercing.
It's piercing and fire.
I would like to use absorb elements to half. Devin,
Devin, that worthless spell that you hate.
I do hate it. We're gonna try it. I'm giving it a chance. Let's put it that way.
Okay, so the 17. So let me recalculate that because now you're gonna take half, but it was critical damage. So that is instead going to be 17 plus 21. So that's 38. You're going to take 38 points of damage, and I need you to make a DC 19 Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Hold on. What did this dice roll?
Oh,
Hold on. That dice is a
17 and
12. So it's actually going to be 15 plus 5 because of the constellation.
did we drop that in chat for me? The dragon.
I will.
So the dice roll minimum can't be below
No.
15?
Maybe I'm confused. Let's find out.
That's kind of fucked if so. But we'll look
Let's
at it.
find out. Oh, why does it have to do all of them?
It's fine. Dragon, a constellation of a wise dragon.
Okay, I can't. I have to treat a roll. Okay, I have to treat a roll as if it were a 10. I was confused.
So that would be a 15. Okay, so it's a 15
Yeah,
minimum on the total, not the die. So
Yes,
that does
yes.
break your concentration. That is all 3 of his swings. Knowing that his allies now are restored of their sanity, I think he will place a hand on the knight right next to him. And you watch as the hellfire on his horse and him intensifies, surges across his arm, and revitalizes this knight. I don't mind to tell you mechanically, because he can only do this once a day. That ally he touches regains 100 hit points. So he is back up to full. That is his action and bonus action, so that is going to bring us to Pandora Siren's Bane.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay! Okay. Well, I got 2 shots now, so that's pretty fun.
You got 3 shots, technically.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Because you have 1 action and 2 for bonus action.
Then the bonus action. You're right. Okay, so I still want to go for the one that's obviously the most in charge, I guess.
Yeah, fire away.
Okay, first one. 23.
23 just passes, yeah.
All right.
16, okay. Next
one. I'm going to use, hold on, I saw that one roll to 17. I've got, what is it called? I've got a thing for that.
Lucky.
No, other than lucky. I've got Master
Oh.
Duelist now. So if I miss with an attack roll, I can roll it again with advantage.
Nice. Okay, sweet.
Once per short rest. So, that's pretty sweet. So we're going
That
to
is
roll
pretty
that
solid.
one with advantage then.
That
Oh,
definitely
well,
hit.
Okay.
11 points, okay.
And then one more.
Third and final.
Shit.
Oh, a nat 1, unfortunately. You shoot Goldbrand. No, we don't do that anymore.
Anymore.
Oh, this reminds me. Devin said, if we rolled a nat 1 on something, you would have punished us. But I didn't punish y'all earlier when y'all got a nat 1 on your save in that same encounter. But that's neither here nor there. Also, I looked at pauldrons at the Met Museum and they have the thing. It's official. Anyway.
Oh my god.
I was almost like, I'm going to be petty and drop this in chat. I'm like, no, don't do that. We round... Oh, unless you have a movement. I guess that was your action and bonus action.
I mean, it doesn't really help me to move. They're going to get me wherever I'm at if they come for me.
That's a fair point. Thankfully, these two are happy not to be paralyzed anymore. Goldbrand locking them down does give them sort of a personal vendetta. They are also airborne with you. To pull away, they would risk the opportunity attack. One of them is blind.
You have disadvantage to attack them. Right?
One more time.
I do have disadvantage to attack them, if I remember correctly.
The blinded one?
Well, like, I have disadvantage to hit them. I'm still scared of them, right? I'm scared of all 3
yes,
of them.
a disadvantage on saving throws and attacks, yes. I thought you were saying they had disadvantage on you, but I got you now. The one that is blinded, I'll roll for first. Davos was the one that blinded it, so I think it's going to try to do all 3 of its strikes. It lowers down, the horse, I guess, lowers down to ground level, and it's going to make 3 of these. A disadvantage. Oh, a 21 does not hit a Davos. Correct?
That's correct.
A 19 does not hit a Davos. A 23?
Does not hit a Davos.
Oh, he's spicy. Fantastic.
Does Goldbrand get that opportunity attack?
Technically, yes. Yeah.
At disadvantage? 18.
18 does not hit. The one
Sad.
directly in front of Goldbrand is going to take, I think it's going to take all 3 attacks on you as well. You paralyze him. That kind of hurt. You had him down to 24 points.
I'll do it again.
All the more reason to kill you, I guess. He does not have advantage. Okay, so a 19 meets, if I remember correctly.
Yes, sir.
When you use absorb elements, does it give you resistance just for that attack or until the start of your next turn?
I think it's just for that attack.
Shout out to Heist. I like this track. It's a fun one.
Until the start of my next turn.
Nice. Okay. So you're only going to take half from that. So that's 19 points damage total to you, good sir. As we round to you, Goldbrand, just as your fire resistance fades.
So, am I scared of the horses too?
It doesn't matter who you're scared of, as long as the thing you are scared of is in your line of sight. You have disadvantage on attacks and ability saving throws. It doesn't matter who you're trying to hit or what you're trying to, or ability checks, not saving throws. Excuse me.
I thought it was just them. Okay.
No, it's. I can look at it real quick if you'd like.
No.
While you are frightened, you experience the following things. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight. You can't willingly move closer to the source of the fear. The knights themselves are the source of your fear. However, you have disadvantage on all attacks as long as they're within your line of sight. And if you're hitting the horse, you can see the knight. So,
Last question: how's the horse look? On Goldbrand's furthest right, closest to Davos. Oh, it fell down, didn't it? Interesting. He's not high in the air. Never mind.
This one over here is down. This one over here, the horse is looking kind of fucked up. This horse over here is looking fine. This horse that is down does look pretty fucked up. It's probably the most hurt of the three.
Just
Harriman
realized I
only
have some-
slightly regretting using his healing spell on an ally and not himself.
Yeah, I was about to say I really have some decisions to make. I would try to hold person them again, but if I can't both disengage and hold person them, which sucks. So instead,
You can't both disengage and hold person them?
Yeah, like I have to use my action to disengage and get away without getting absolutely murderized.
My buddy, you could always, if you paralyze all three of them, you won't have a need to disengage.
But I can't. I couldn't if it fails. If I don't get all three of them.
Oh, if it fails, yes. But if you get them...
So instead, I think I would like to rage and smack the dude in front of me. So it takes
which one, Harriman or the orange or the red?
Harriman looks like he's the most hurt.
He is.
So
he has more hit points than some of them, but percentage-wise, he is the most hurt.
That's okay. I will bonus action rage. I'll take both of my attacks on him.
Get him.
I can't change my constellation. Actually, I'm going to reckless.
Reckless? Yeah, I was about to say, get him. So two straight attacks.
And I'm trying to decide.
No, straight.
On the blinded? Oh yeah, that's right.
No, he's hitting Harriman.
And I would like to go ahead and call out that I would like to use Bone Carver for this fight.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to be rolling with. So
cool.
Here's the first one.
Oh, that
Here's
definitely
the
hit.
second one. Those get +4 total for rage.
Four total each, or four total total?
Total. It's 2.
Okay, so that's 29 points.
And I would like to go ahead and use... Yeah, I'm going to use 2 charges of Bone Carver for the necrotic damage. Sorry, it won't let me mark them.
For necrotic, you say?
They are. We're about to find out what happens. Regardless, I get that much back or half of that back. Regain hit points equal to necrotic damage.
So you're using 2 charges to deal 3d6?
Oh, never mind. It's a bonus action. I can't do that. I missed that in my original read-through. No, that's going to be it for me. He's maxing twice.
Did you do something for your bonus? Oh, you raged. That's right.
Yes.
Okay, no worries. We round to Yuan.
Yeah, interesting. So Yuan is going to move over here to help Davos since he has his buff. Is he able to throw a magic stone as a bonus action? Like, because I know the spell's a bonus action. Can he throw it on that thing? I think that's what we've done.
I think we've allowed it in the past. Yeah.
Before he gets there, he will activate a stone and sling it at the knight.
Okay, the blinded one, because he'll have.
Oh, he's up in the air. Yes. Regardless, he's gonna throw the stone down at the blinded knight. That's the one fighting Davos, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yes. Hold on. I gotta scroll all the way back up to get to that stupid spell. The greatest spell of all time, Magic Stone. So he slings a stone at it and flies down to it. Is gonna take his 2 attacks on it.
Cool. Swing. With advantage.
Yeah, working on it. I gotta find a
Spell attack. Swing.
Is Magic Stone not one? Come on, Devin.
There should be. I think there's just like a magic.
Anyways, a 22 and a 29.
Both of those hit.
Here is the damage. So a 9 and a 10. Yeehaw.
19. Fantastic. 2 of them looking fucked up.
And since it is since it's blinded, he will float back upwards again, away from it after he hits it. It does get its opportunity attack, but
yeah, it's funny. I saw a discussion about this, whether or not you could take opportunity attacks if you can't see them. You don't see them leaving your range. You don't see the opportunity, as it were. I didn't do that earlier. I don't think we've done that in the past. I will think on that for the future, but I will allow him to make this swing at disadvantage. Technically, a 17, does that hit a U1?
No, sir.
He's technically leaving the range of the Narzugon, excuse me, as well as the Nightmare. But they're both going to get an opportunity attack. 23.
That hits.
It's funny. Oh, the horse isn't blinded. Oh no, it failed too, so it's blinded. Yeah, okay. I need to have to screenshot this because I love this. For one, they both rolled natural 20s, but they have the disadvantage, so neither one of them gets to take effect of it. So that alone saves you a lot of heartache. The horse does hit. I need Yuan to take a total of 20 points of damage.
Is any of that fire damage?
Yes.
He's resistant right now because of the guys.
Brilliant. Okay, in that case, he is going to take 16 points of damage.
Thank you.
As we round to Arcanox. Arcanox, these 3 fiery horsemen are ganging up on your friends over there. 2 of them looking pretty fucked up. What do you choose to do?
Alright. I'm going to fly over beside Gully here. The one that's the most fucked up.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna get 2 swings.
The
Oh, damn.
fucked up?
The one on the left.
One on the left?
Yes.
Okay, heard.
30 and a 28.
Solid, that's a nat 20. Roll your damage.
Technically, that was just an advantage one, huh?
Yeah, I'm kind of
yeah,
loosey-goosey about that, you know. If they both hit, I'm like, I did well. So that's going to get doubled for the crit, so that's actually 19 points of damage for the first swing. Roll for your second swing.
Second swing. Another 12.
Fantastic. He is in single-digit territory.
Alright, for my third swing, I'm going to use my breath attack, but I'm going to use 2 charges and use Draconic Ferocity instead.
Fantastic. Go ahead.
Another aspect of my breath weapon that I've totally forgotten about is that I can telekinetically choose where my breath weapon starts.
Oh, yeah. Oh, show.
So it's going to start right here,
Yeah? Okay.
and then 10-foot by 60-foot line all the way across.
Fuck yeah, you can get all 3. What element you choosing?
Lightning.
Lightning. Fantastic. That's dex saves or con saves?
19 dex.
Dex. One of them is blinded, but I think he fails. Let me see. Ability checks that require sight. It says ability checks, not saving throws. So I think it does not have disadvantage. I think it mechanically probably should. But that's neither here nor there. Fantastic. Let me roll some shit. So this first one's for Haruman. Dex. Other 2. What's your DC?
19.
One of them meets. The middle one. The other 2 are going to take the full damage. The horses. The nightmares, not horses. This isn't My Little Pony. All 3 of the horses fail. You watch as the knight immediately in front of your blast, the one right by you, you rush up to it. Wings outstretched, a flurry of blades. You catch the knight 2 good times, and you see that he's gripping a grievous wound on his side, and he's prepared to block you for your next strike. But when suddenly from his flank, a burst of electrical energy tears through him and eradicates both him and his steed. The middle one does a little better. Sorry, math is hard.
Stay in drugs, don't do school.
And Haruman is pretty fucked up too. And his steed is destroyed. Ooh.
How many falls?
He does technically, yeah. Give me 1 second.
Let's go rank it an opportunity attack because he fell.
No. Technically force movement. I will. No, I don't blame you at all. But I will show you. This is his book art. He's a spooky motherfucker. This adventure, I'm pulling a lot of this from Descent into Avernus. This adventure is for very low-level PCs. This guy, like, is way stronger than what the adventure has you for at this point. I'm going to leave that after I move this over. Give me 1 second. His new hit points. Okay. Fantastic. Harriman does fall. He falls 20 feet. I'll roll 2d6 and make him take it. He's also going to be prone.
Love that for him.
He takes 6 points of damage, which he's not happy about, and he's prone. Very undignified descent into Avernus. Let me do a little.
All right, and then let's say the one that took the less damage gets my bonus action attack.
Get him. 21 does hit. Roll damage. You're talking about the one right in front of you, the orange one?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, yeah. 21 does hit. 11 points of damage for him. Fantastic. All right. That brings us to the nightmares. You know what's funny? He was going to use his to poof.
Yeah.
His decisions have changed. I think the nightmare, Goldbrand and Arcanox are in the air with it. I think. Oh yeah, because he wouldn't flee. Yeah, I think he's going to go for a swing. Neither one of those hit an Arcanox. That brings us to you two. That brings us to Davos. Davos, you see as this burst of electrical energy flashes through, one of the knights and his horses just drop completely. Haruman falls to the ground without his steed, and the one horse still in the air with its knight seem to be doing pretty decent. Haruman, not so much. What you got?
20 feet in the air on the orange.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna run underneath, down here,
Get him.
strike the prone bitch.
Strike him with advantage.
Here's the second.
I'd say 19 does not. Oh, 19 does not. Second swing.
Me.
Yeah, that'll do.
That hit, by the way, that is a crit. No, wait, that was a 16. Never mind, sorry.
No worries.
I gotta roll again, though. For advantage. Okay. For 16
Davos,
damage.
how do you want to do this? In fact, as you stand before this knight, and its armor like tattered and ruined, and it looks up to you, its eyes ablaze, and it goes, "You may strike me down, but your soul will be anchored here for all eternity." How do you reply?
With the light of Lathander, my sword sings of silver in this guillotine, head rolling.
Pop off, fam. Love it. You strike through its armor, and its armor like sort of implodes a little bit. There is no physical form here, just hellfire and wrath and the spirit of someone who long ago followed their leader into hell and has stayed with her ever since. As Haruman explodes. I need Goldbrand. Goldbrand's 20 feet in the air. I need you to make a dex save, Davos. It's not too bad. You're at full health. You'll be fine.
At 20.
Oh yeah, you good. You will take half, but that's not going to be that much. Half of that is only 9 points of fire damage, as its body just radiates this fire blast. Fantastic. Haruman is struck down. We round to. Oh, unless you have a bonus action.
No.
Fantastic. We round to Pandora. Pandora, there is one horse and one knight remaining. What do you do?
All right, we blast, and we're gonna go for that knight fella.
Get him.
Not
Three
worried about the
swings.
horse.
Three swings if you want them.
24, 27 and 30.
Jesus.
All three hit. He is looking rough. He is not quite in battered territory, but he's beyond bloodied. Bonus. That was your bonus section. You can move if you like. We go to the nightmare. This one nightmare and one knight remain. Oh, you know what's fucked up? She could have got him last turn too. It's not just her and the rider. The nightmare and up to 3 willing creatures within 5 feet. She could have got Haruman. But that's neither here nor there. You watch as the nightmare rears back, and it burns in this hellfire, and suddenly her and the rider go ethereal as they enter the ethereal plane and begin to gallop off. You all try to strike at it, but it is not physically here. That last rider, unless anyone has a way to get into the ethereal plane, that last rider and horse charge off to what you distantly see is a massive floating airship is the best thing that I can describe it as. A fortress that floats above the hellscape of Avernus, armed to the teeth, manned by hundreds of demons, Zariel's ship. And this horse is bolting for it. It'll be quite some time before it gets there. And unless anybody has a way to get to the ethereal plane, there's nothing we can do to stop it.
We need
Thought
you,
I'd
Junior.
spell, but even if I did, I wouldn't use it.
I don't think I have
I'm
anything that will let us reach into it in that way.
Okay.
I guess I could.
As the
Never mind.
as the horse gallops off, the hill once again quiets to just the sound of agonized grunts and groans from the myriad of knights that remain crucified here. Before you start to hear a slow clap. One second. I think I have a token for him. I should, but whether or not I actually remember to pull it out.
Dead?
I'm dead, son. Surprise! I do not have the token already prepped, so I'll pull it. You hear it clapping, and he goes, "Well, look at you fuckers." As a red-skinned tiefling appears before you. Ben, will you please describe Morningstar?
Why?
God damn it. All right, so this mid-sized, fairly slender red tiefling I'd imagine he kind of sulks out from wherever he was hiding. He's got a long black pipe that he's smoking.
I like to picture he's almost like leaning lazily on one of these trees next to this tortured soul, just like super casual about it. Like this is his everyday.
Hanging out in Avernus.
Yeah, maybe draped over a couple of the branches, just like munching an apple, smoking a pipe. Yeah, he's having a good time. As he looks all of you up and down, at first instinct, all of you think it's a devil, and sort of prepare yourselves to another enemy. But you very quickly realize that this is a tiefling, and as such is a mortal, for lack of a better word, very much in the same vein as all of you. Do any of you respond to his not taunt, his observation?
Say Archinox kind of like steps forward and commands the interloper to identify himself. State his business.
Oh, calm down. You no need to be so self-important. You can call me Morningstar. And I've got to say, kind of crazy for taking on Harriman. I mean, that bastard holds one hell of a grudge, and Lord knows Devil knows Zariel won't be too happy when she hears one of her generals got axed on her own turf. What brings a couple of fleshies all the way down here to Avernus?
Yeah, what's his name?
Enmity. It might just be suffice to know we have business down here and are capable of conducting it. What the fuck are you doing down here?
Well, I didn't think you were down here on vacation, big guy. No need to get all defensive. And, I have business of my own to attend to, as it were. Maybe our business leads to a similar goal. Perhaps we could help each other out.
I didn't sign up to babysit young adventurers. Also, I just want to call out before I forget, Goldbrand wants to change his constellation and cast some healing spells before that runs out, is why I'm verbalizing that.
I gotcha. I was about to say, it's like, you're not looking like you're in any shape to babysit anybody. You're fucked up.
Nah, watch this. We can keep going. I'll fill up my healing.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, you can roll as we're going.
Yeah, in response to what Morningstar said, Archinox will kind of look at him and be like, "I have a feeling there's a catch in here somewhere."
Oh, I mean, yeah. If you wanted, I could help you make whatever you want come true. All it would cost you is, a little something down the line, nothing you're using. Uh, but if your goals and my goals align, I might be willing to be a little more flexible. But you got to share what you're after down here.
State your business. State your goals, Devil.
Oh, you see, I am actually a little more at home in this plane. You are the guest. So I think it's only fair that you share what you want.
Well, it appears we are here as, I guess, for any reason any other mortal would be here. We seek an item of great power.
Hmm. And what would this item be? The Sword of Zariel?
It's a red dragon mask.
He cocks his head a bit. Oh. So you're not... I see. Most flesh bags who end up down here, they're trying to stop the hells at the source and cut the head off of the generals. But you're a little more goal oriented. I appreciate that in an ally.
Have to be. The threat we face is the resurrection of Tiamat into the physical realm.
Well, shit. Well, as it happens, my patron would be happy to have her stay where she is now. I'll tell you what. I've got to sort through some business of my own. I can help you get this mask. If you take me with you when you leave.
Say Art kind of shoots a look over at Davos and Gully.
At least we understand his motivations for wanting babysittings. Does Goldbrand think he has ill intentions?
Make an insight check for me. And I'll make a deception or persuasion.
Because if dude just want to gets out, I can understand.
I hate that. I know this guy's stats. Fuck.
Yeah. Fantastic. With a 25 insight, you gather there's something he's not telling you, but his end goal is ultimately to get out of here. You gather that he can't for some reason. He mentioned his patron. I would say Goldbrand's smart enough to think, like, he's in hell. He has a patron. His patron probably doesn't want him to be able to leave hell. And so he's just trying to find a back door out. There might be more to the story, but that's the gist of what you gather.
He might come with potential adversaries. But I'm not
you saying
opposed.
you ain't got a few of your own wandered around down here? Come on, you're old enough. You probably put a few people down here, right?
Actually, if I have to kill them again, it doesn't matter to me. But
Speaking of which,
without thinking much about it.
It's more fun the second time, honestly.
you wouldn't happen to know how I can
Well,
get
gentlemen.
my name off of one of those trees, huh?
Oh, I mean,
wouldn't
you
have-
could, Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna repeat. How do I get my
didn't-
name off one of those trees?
He goes, oh, well, that's some pretty fucking powerful arcana. I mean, you've wronged Haruman, so you've wronged Zariel by extension. Everybody in here is a traitor to her in some way. I don't know, but I know someone who might. There's a little place not too far from here. Bell's Forge. The the foreman might be happy to know that you've got a bone to pick with Enmity.
Bone to pick with, did you say enmity?
Enmity. Oh yes, I'm sorry. So you guys are not after Zariel herself. Zariel is like the Archduke of the realm. Enmity is the Red Worm Speaker. He is the one who has been working with Malek, sending him demons and stuff. He's also the one that has captured Integrity. And you guys also know he has a Solar, a very powerful angel that he has trapped as well. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. You know that he is a very powerful fiend. He has his full title is Enmity, the Duke of Wrath, wielder of scorn and fury. It's funny, that book on fiends you were reading, Pandora read it once and got a natural 20 to get the his information. But she got a little bit of dirt on him. So he's your primary target.
Vampire on the tree mentioned that the former Duke, Bell, might be interested in, cooking something up, which may be what Goldbrand slash
Bell's
Devon is.
Forge?
Bell's Forge, yes, sir. Goldbrand slash Devon's suspicious that's who the Tiefling is referencing. I don't know if he introduced himself.
He did say Bell. So you guys, I don't think it would be a stretch for you guys to realize, like, okay, so the Archduke of this realm was Bell. Zariel comes down, gets her ass kicked, and somehow she becomes the new Archduchess, and he gets demoted. So he has very much a beef with her, as it were. So enmity being one of Zariel's generals, Bell would probably be happy to help you get back at her. The logic stands there that this person isn't lying. You've heard it from two different sources. You think that you're on the level.
Well, if he's wrong, he can share in. If he's wrong, he could share in Harm's fate. Harman's fate.
Oh, old talk. Let's see if you've got the skills to back it up. Harman, I mean, don't get me wrong. As a Hell Rider, he's no chump, but he's nothing like the Archduke was. Huh. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll make a little trip over there, but I need your word. And he holds out his hand for anybody to take, that I will be able to come with you if I help you.
Say, Argonaut steps forward, looks him in the eye, and says, "Well, Morningstar, for the time being, you find yourself in the company of the Lords of Nightstone." And he grabs him by the wrist, like how old timey handshakes you do. Yeah.
As you grab his
wrist.
So go ahead.
Ooh, I was gonna say, if you manage to survive the trials we face, you're more than welcome to follow us back to Faerun.
As long as you're not the one to strike me down. And he kind of gives all of you a look over. As you shake his hand, you feel
no promises.
You feel the tiniest bit of heat. You, as a Red Dragonborn, are resistant to heat. But as you look down on each of your wrists where they made contact, there's a little black band. Not a physical band, almost just like a charring of the skin. Just a physical manifestation of a pact you made. He happily smiles and snaps his fingers. And as he does, all of you, your forms seem to shift as you all take on a fiendish appearance. He is casting Seeming to make it look like all of you are devils, to make it a little easier to travel around down here. We are going to take a break. While we were on the break, if y'all want to look up different types of devils, I'm going to have you guys describe yourselves when you get back.
I'm already doing that, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah! With that, my guys, we will be back in just a few short minutes, about 10 or so. We will see you then. And we're back in hell. As we return to this hellish landscape, your new friend, Morningstar, has just cast Seeming upon you. There are some restrictions to this. It can't make you like significantly larger or smaller than you already are. And it can't give you more limbs, or it can give you the appearance of more limbs, but they won't be working, and you can't become like something that's like four-legged. On this image I've sent you, these are all kind of to size. So like some of the really big things you might not be able to do, or you might just appear to be a smaller version of them. Ark, I see, has got a pit fiend down here. Ark, you're pretty tall as is. I think you might be small-ish for a pit fiend, but still passable.
I also have working wings too.
Yeah, extra. I don't have a way to show this to chat, unfortunately. Devin, I think you might be able to.
Oh, the big image?
What
I
about-
can.
What do the rest of you turn into? Barbara. Ooh, not all at once.
Well, I was looking at imps, but I didn't realize there was the size, because imps are tiny.
Yeah, the itty bitty things.
Itty bitty little things. Ask someone else real quick.
You know,
Let
it's
me-
not on this list, but Roxasha is also technically a fiend. The
Ooh,
tiger
sure.
people, if you wanted to say something in the similar vibe.
That would actually be pretty close to what I am anyway. I mean, like, I'm
Yeah.
cat-like anyway, so that'd be perfect.
If you want, try to see if you can find an image of like a black and white Roxasha, because I'm sure that image exists somewhere.
Going for it.
Yeah, I feel like that'd like keep your vibe, but like, Brandon, what kind of devil do you look like?
So, I kind of liked the idea that like I didn't get to pick it myself. Like this guy just put it on me, so I liked
Thrust.
the idea of a corrupted craven, which was a soldier who had been
Ooh.
overcome with fear and abandoned their post.
Oh,
So,
how fitting.
right. And that would actually seem to be like the most paladin-ish looking of them. Like I was like,
That's-
how much can I get away with, you know?
That's pretty sick. I didn't know this was a thing. So I
I was
found
just going for
a,
horns and wings.
what was it? I have a image here. Actually, I don't think this is right.
Yeah, this is.
It's someone who handed over their soul in exchange for a need, almost like a warlock in a way, just a corrupted follower, but a craven.
Also known as a Paralium?
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I'm trying to get to
Interesting.
the right.
Okay,
Picture.
cool.
There we go.
If that was
Love that. That's totally, yeah, that's totally an option. It is a fiend, so that's that's perfect. Excellent. So you look kind of similar to yourself, but just a little more fiendish in nature. I like that. Goldbrand, what do you choose to appear as?
So this kind of depends on whether or not I'm allowed to use a different art image, an older art image.
Sure, yeah.
I would like to
certainly
be a barbed devil, which is on the top right-hand corner of our little art graphic.
Yeah.
Here. But that doesn't look nearly as cool as the older. And maybe it's not older. It's this image that I'm looking at now.
Drop it in the chat so we can get a glimpse of you.
Oh, hold on. My mouse got stuck. I've got it on chat now, which is why I'm delayed. Putting it on screen. That.
Oh, that's pretty sick, honestly.
Yeah. It's from D&D Wiki, but since it's just art, looks cool.
Yeah, that looks
like
pretty wicked. though.
Hyperion.
I'm about that. Fantastic.
So I'm going with
Your escort, we're like, oh, you won. Let's you won.
Oh
I
god,
think.
I didn't pick a second one. Can he be a horn devil? Or a hold on. You guys there's
Well, hey, I got you. He is going to. No, I think you're gonna go with a chained devil for you on.
I like that. Alternatively, the bug
yeah.
that looks like Randy. Or sort of like Randy.
The ice devil. honestly, for shits
Hey,
and
Randy.
giggles, for sure. He turns into an ice devil, and it has a little cowboy hat for some reason. Nobody knows why. Fantastic. Your
Shattering in the distance.
exactly. Your escort, Morningstar, becomes a red Abashi, which is these draconic-looking folks at the bottom. In a weird way, kind of resembles Ark. It's almost like there's some connection there too. I don't know what that's about. For those of you who aren't, we never published those, did we?
What?
The one shot that Josh ran, we never published those.
Heart of Darkness has not been published.
I don't think we did.
Oh, I should say Morningstar, the NPC they're talking to, is one of Ben's characters in a series of one shots we did. The world's longest one shot. I remember correctly. I think it was like 3 or 4.
I think that was mine many years ago when we were transitioning in the middle of Storm Kings.
Are you sure? Because wasn't that the one that Tabitha was in as well?
Because it took 4.
Because it was
sessions.
Tabitha,
We knew Heart of
him,
Darkness could take a minute.
Sedina, and you were the night guy though, right?
Heart of Darkness, yes, sir.
Milady.
But that wasn't you. That was
Roth.
Josh DMing, right?
Yeah, but the world's longest one shot was when we
Oh,
tied.
I see what you're saying. I gotcha. Yeah, that's a fair point. So this is a little cameo within a cameo, if you will. Fantastic. As we return to all of your hellish forms, Morningstar points to the distance, and you do see the towering volcano some miles away. It's kind of hard to judge distance in the hells. It purposefully states that everything seems like it's through a mirage. And so distance and direction, time of day, everything becomes a little distorted here. And he says, it's a bit of a trek, but we'll get there sooner or later. And thankfully, with the 6 of us, I don't think anybody will fuck with us. So there's that. And you guys begin your walk. Any walk within the hells is treated as a forced march, as it is exhausting conditions. So I need everyone to make, we're going to say, this is going to be a total of 2 hours trek. So I need you all to make 2 constitution saves. The first DC is 11, the second DC is 12.
Gross. Cobran's old.
Shit.
Morningstar fails both. Ark is great. Pandora's great. Yuan's great. Davos is also great. We're going to count that 12 and that 15 for you, my Davos. Morningstar with 2 levels of exhaustion. He's getting the fucking workaround. That's pretty shitty, honestly. Where can you add conditions? Here we go. Exhaustion, 2 points of exhaustion.
Cobran feels vindicated in his babysitting comments.
You know what? On second thought, I'm going to allow... He is more accustomed to this climate. I will allow him to roll with advantage. So he still fails that first one, but he's going to make 2 new saves for the second one. There we go. He only has 1 point of exhaustion. That won't make him too fucked up. With 1 level... Okay. Alright, that's not too bad. Fantastic. As you guys make your way across this hellish landscape, following the coward's way for a good bit, you were here at the peak of Harriman's Hill, and you make your way down the long, winding road until you finally come to the volcano. And the volcano looks a little different from what you see in the image. I will drop this in chat so you may see. Oh, Barbara, I love that. All right, that's sick. Sorry. Shout out to all the cool artists who make D&D art possible. We love you. We appreciate you. As you approach, you see a gargantuan volcano dominates the horizon. Clouds of fire and ash spew from its caldera, and the air trembles with its angy grumblings.
Good word, caldera.
New word, angy. A vast, multi-layered fortress has been hewn into the volcano's rocky slopes. The volcano itself is heavily guarded by scores of devils, each one heavily armed and well-armored. As you approach, Morningstar sort of looks to all of you and says, all right, just follow my lead. And as he walks up, he raises a palm towards one of the guards, and you all see a horned devil rise up and rush towards you. Damn it. Angie! Rush towards you. As the two converse briefly in Infernal, which I think only Josh actually understands. Josh will relay to you, either later or in some sort of message or telepathy. Oh, he has the Nightstone ring, so he can message you all. He basically gives you the TLDR of the exchange. That Morning Star says that they have delivery to the to Bell. The fiend asks what nature of delivery, and Morning Star says it's a matter of business only fit for his ears. Now make way. We have business to attend to. He's going to roll an intimidation check.
Shouldn't be too bad.
He rolled pretty solid. Hang on. Yeah, that'll do it. The horned devil kind of sneers at him a bit, but nonetheless waves his hand, and the gates to this place open up, and you are all led beyond the walls. You enter a city of metallurgy. Rivers of lava divide the fortress almost as if into islands. You see that some of these islands rain sparks as scores of devils, tieflings, and dwarves, and more hammer away at red-hot irons, forming them into hundreds of black metal weapons. You see other islands that seem to bear miniature volcanoes as elementals power glowing domed foundries to melt down this black iron. It doesn't take long to realize that almost everyone here is a prisoner, paying back an unending debt to a master that will never free them. You realize that thousands of blades, spears, cannonballs, and more are produced here en masse, every minute of every day, perpetually, for all eternity, constantly arming the forces of hell against the unending waves of demons in the Blood War. As you approach the base of the volcano proper, it reveals a cavernous cone-shaped room. I'm going to change our map here real quick. You see... Oh, and I'm actually sorry. I'm going to jump us back to Harriman's map 1 second. All of you, check your current hit points. Because unless you've healed, that's what it's going to be as we go to this new space.
I did do some healing. I did do some healing and stuff earlier, but it's all marked on these tokens. So, what does it say?
I'll give you 119.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. If you will drop your hit points on your new tokens on this map down here at the bottom. As you enter this cavernous cone-shaped room, you see enormous workbenches and tools line both sides of the chamber, and you see two huge fire giants working on massive weapons. One of them grinding a sword at a wheel, sending sparks flying through the smoky interior. And another one seems to be putting on the finishing touches on a massive spiked shield. A few chain devils watch over the Jotun carefully, but give you their full focus as you enter. At the far end of the chamber, you see a pair of horned devils positioned on either side of an enormous throne, with a broad anvil. Behind that, you see a 12-foot tall, black and red-skinned devil hammering away at a two-sided blade, each end glowing in a brilliant orange. As you watch him through the smoke, he takes notice of your entry, and glowering yellow eyes pierce through the smog-choked air. And he takes a long look at each of you, not only sizing you up, but looking deeper. And you realize cutting through the illusion, and to see every shred of your identity, the darkest parts of you put on full display. And you hear as he says, well, I'll be damned. And to what do I owe the pleasure? And he says in common, as he realizes that there are many among you who do not speak his tongue. Morning Star says, we have business with you, if you would give us audience. He looks at each of you, he goes, curious company for business. Morning Star goes, let's just say they have a similar bone to pick. One with the Duke of Enmity. You see that Bell's face remains passive. But in an instant, he snaps his fingers, and everything around you halts. The giants freeze, sparks frozen in midair. The horned devils, the chained devils, all of them immobile, locked in time. As Bell steps down from the forge and walks towards you, stopping just on the other side of this foundry. He goes, it will be better if we speak without prying ears. Tell me, speak plainly. Why are you here? Morning Star will sort of turn to, I think, first Art, and then maybe Davos and Goldbrand, looking at all of you like, oh, tell him.
Well, we seek to find enmity, destroy him, and steal his mask to prevent the return of Tiamat.
He ain't lying.
Bell will look at all of you.
That's it.
Trust me, if he were, I would know. If you truly wish to harm enmity, that could be very beneficial to my own endeavors. However, what makes you think yourselves capable? I'm doubtful you could even make it to him, let alone kill him. His palace is swarming with his lackeys. What makes you think you have what it takes?
We've taken down 2 others already.
Oh, the worm speakers? That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we are witnessed by Uzgard. We have the Light of Lathander with us. We are sent by Sardior. I mean, like, come on, what else do you want?
He sort of rolls his eyes. Ah, you mortals and your divines think that they can guide you through anything. Well, I tell you what, I can certainly assist you. In fact, I think I can assist you in more ways than one. But I'm going to need a little of a demonstration of your talents. If you pass my test, then by all means, I'll provide you not only with information and tools to help you find your way into the Maw and provide a decent deterrence to the bulk of his forces, but might even be able to provide you with some enhancements to your armaments.
Are you unable to lead him out of the Maws?
He goes, enmity does not answer to me, and he prefers his cushy palace to any sort of direct conflict when he can help it. Doesn't like to get his hands dirty. Oh, trust me, he loves to spill blood, but not when his own neck is on line.
He has to come out when the dragon comes out, though, right?
He has occasionally. But unless you plan to draw her out yourself, in which case, by all means. She's got 5 heads, there's 6 of you. One of you might make it.
Doubtful.
Very doubtful.
Doubtful. No, we don't want to fight her. We just want to drag her out and make him come out. Interesting. Okay.
If you think you can outrun her, then fine. But
I could try.
I'm telling you that I will offer the most generous deal in hell for your particular aims.
I don't like that. I think we are at least willing to discuss terms. We wouldn't be here otherwise.
Let's see if you're worth my time. He snaps his fingers again. And as time resumes, the volcano begins to rumble. As all around you, the ground shakes and pulls apart as the magma within the center chamber and surrounding the volcano from the exterior begins to form 2 massive rivers of magma. And he turns to each of the fire giants. Pyrus, Cert, new offer. Kill one of them, and you'll be released of your contract. Effective immediately. One of the fire giant's swords immediately ignites into flame. The other one picks up the massive shield that it had been working on. And standing before you are 2 towering giants with a bone to pick. With that, roll for initiative, motherfuckers.
Do it!
All initiative all the time.
Oh!
All initiative.
Initiative crit.
The never-ending initiative.
Critical initiative. All right, go Brett.
3.
Big 3. Pandora.
29.
Big 29. Archinox.
25.
25. Solid. Yuan.
4.
You too. Why are you here again? This is the fight where he actually shows up. The first one was a misdirection. Fantastic. As we dive into this encounter,
Did Davos get a turn, or?
yeah, did I ask
23.
your? Oh, it automatically put you in. Did you say 23?
Yep.
That's so weird. It puts you in at a 17. I don't know why it did that. That's not even what your die roll was. Interesting. I've never noticed that before. I'll try to keep an eye out for that in the future. Because you roll from the actual D&D Beyond, it puts you in automatically. Fantastic. Pandora, you watch as each of these giants, originally chained up, the chains fall from them, and they take the weapons that they had been forging and arm themselves with them. What do you choose to do?
I choose violence. Hold on.
Always violence. All the
Always
violence, all
violence.
the time.
So
I can't decide if I like this situation better or not. The one we just left.
I'm seeing this one right here, right? And then
Yep.
this one and this one?
Yep.
Okay.
We're-
'Cause it's-
The Juggernaut and the Flame Forge Caller.
Okay. So just 2?
It would seem.
Okay. Shit.
Can't
Chicken.
change
Um,
to after.
Well, I was wondering about this little guy if he can be collateral damage.
Oh, the other guy? I don't think it matters.
He seemed to only call the giants upon you. If you want, make an insight check. Henry Cavill. That is Henry Cavill.
Insight's not great, but 19.
Not
Oh,
bad.
the fist reload, baby.
You gather that the giants have been tasked with killing you. Everyone else is sort of a bystander. If they get injured, they might choose to intervene. But as of now, only the giants seem to be drawing steel.
Well, I ain't worried about the smoke of this little guy, so, maybe I'll just obliterate him and gain some respect around here.
Yeah.
I would like to expend 4 charges. Since I assume 2 for flinching, I think was only a minute.
Yeah.
And it's definitely been more than a minute. I want to cast Rain of Arrows.
Nice. Okay, cool. What's the AoE on that?
40-foot radius cylinder.
40-foot radius? That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And I roll. I guess that's the damage. I need to roll to hit, I guess, out of that one?
Give me one. I think they make a save, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, let me find it. It's
It's the Rain of Arrows or Rain of Thorns.
Conjure Volley, I think, is what it's
Conjure
listed
Volley.
as on my thing.
You
Yep.
could get. You could get
Oh
the
shit,
two
that
of
one
them.
rolled a 50.
It's a high level spell. That's like top tier ranger spell.
Yeah, that's
Um,
DC 17.
It looks like you could get both of the giants, but you would have to get two of the
Little fellas.
chained devils as well. Doesn't sound like you're too concerned about that, though, yeah?
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, I feel like
Okay.
nuking from orbit is a respectable thing in the devil
Yeah,
devil world.
Dexterity saving throw.
17, yeah. DC
So
17.
two of the chain devils, both of the chain devils fail. The fire giants. Both of the giants pass. One of them with a natural 20. So they're only going to take half damage.
Gross.
So 50. That's still 25. The devils take the full 50, and you see them going from a more passive stance to very much pissed off. You hear as Bell, B-E-L, by the way, chuckles a bit. I think that was your action to cast that. Is that correct?
Yes.
I will
Well-
also say you guys see a ton of tools and tables. Everything in here seems to be fitted for large and huge creatures. This stuff is massive. These swords are in many ways taller or as tall as each of you. So just bear that in mind as you interact with the environment. Bonus action, Barbara.
We're gonna jump into this pile of things and vanish. Since it's big, I figure I can use it as a hat, and I'm gone.
Yeah, the shields are as big as you, so you can easily hide behind them. Sure. Roll a stealth check. You did. Fantastic. As we round to Davos. What you got, David boy?
I'm going
Oh,
to.
I get a turn?
I was about to say, I thought Ark was first.
Yeah, it was 25.
Oh. For some reason, it showed me. It must have skipped a thing. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Ark.
There you go. Let's see here. All my flying speed. Very tip right. Yeah. I'm going to use I'm going to use my action to activate my chromatic warning, which makes me immune to fire damage.
Nice.
My bonus action to pop my Shield of Faith again. And
Fantastic.
I think I'm gonna hit
on you
action
again?
surge. Yeah.
Fantastic. Put up a marker for concentration. I think it's concentration.
It is concentration, yeah.
So you've got immunity to fire damage. You've got +2 to your AC. Solid. Okay.
And then with my
that's my guy.
and then I'm gonna hit my action surge, and then I'm gonna use that to throw a lightning breath weapon at the giant on the right.
On the right, this one over here.
Yeah.
Fire away. What's that? Dex save.
19.
Dreadnought.
And as
He does not make.
the lightning hits him, Archnox will shout that come face us and see why the Storm King is in our debt.
Bell sort of cocks an eyebrow at this particular boast. Fantastic. That brings us to Davos, the Dawnbringer. What you got, homie?
I did the ruler and it said he's 60 feet away, but the squares are suggesting 40.
The square should be accurate. Let's see here. Go to a line instead of a circle.
10, 20. Well, I'm doing diagonal 40. I guess that would.
Yeah, the squares are 5-foot squares.
All right.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm going to cast Circle of Power.
Ooh,
Oh, my.
Okay.
Going to give us that 30-foot aura where we have advantage on all saving throws, and any half thing is actually no damage.
Fantastic. Mark yourself for concentration. I'll throw up that aura for you.
All right. Are we doing that skull thing for concentration?
I guess.
Whatever you want, as long as you know what it means.
That's fine. It's ahead, I guess.
All right, and then I'm going to move 30 feet closer to the one on the right.
Fantastic. Any bonus action, my guy?
I guess I'll summon the rapier.
Fantastic. Where do you choose to summon it? Because I think
I'll
it might be
summon
close to.
here.
Right where?
Right where I'm at. I'll do it at the end of my movement.
Fantastic. You should be able to move that, if I'm not mistaken. As you conjure this, as it flies from your hilt and appears before you, ready to go, Bell sort of shifts forward in his seat and furrows his brow a bit. I think he's beginning to realize that you guys aren't typical adventurers. Anything else for your turn, my guy?
That's it.
Okay. We round to this would be the Horned Devils. They take no action. They stand sentinel by their master's throne. Bell kind of chuckles and goes, "Well, seems you have brought an old friend back home." Doesn't elaborate as we go to the Chain Devils, who were going to be passive, but now that you guys are fucking with them a little bit, they're going to change that tune a little bit. One of them, boom, 30 feet? Where's your movement speed? Yeah, 30 feet. He'll get over here And he is going to, I think he's going to make 2 chain attacks. Well, aren't quite close enough for his chains. So instead, he's going to use animate chains. And then there's sort of heaps of chains along with these weapons on the side. 4 chains sprout to life. And all of them gain a barbed edge as they seem almost like snake-like in their existence. They do not attack this turn, but he has them at the ready. This other one, however, is going to come up to Davos, and it's going to make 2 chain attacks on him. Tell me, Davos, does a 23 hit? Which it does not, does it? You are muted.
It does not.
Okay, good. Neither of its attacked it. This one comes up here, 30 feet. Still not quite within range to do its chain, so it will also animate change. I think it could just do 2, excuse me. Fantastic. As we round to the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought is very eager to be free from its hell. It is going to charge forward 40 feet, 30 feet, which is all it needs. It gets on the bridge, and it's going to make 2... Oh, actually, it moved 30 feet. It's going to go for a shield charge. Davos, make a strength saving throw. This titanous Jotun clangs its 2 shields together and charges forward before pinching you. You are going to fly 30 feet back, and you're also going to take a total of 50 points of damage, unless you have resistance to bludgeoning or fire.
For that, or did I miss?
Definitely not fire. Oh wait, I get advantage on that strength save.
That's good.
Thought
Roll
that would
again.
help.
You're gonna have to roll real high.
Oh.
A DC 21. You just barely meet. So you're gonna take 25 points of damage, and you are not knocked prone.
Now, this aura, it says half damage takes no damage if it succeeds
Ooh. And that says on any check?
on any check. Any throw to take only half damage instead take.
A saving throw made against a spell or magical effect.
Oh, that's true, huh?
This is not a magical effect. This is a physical effect. That's good to know, but I don't think it'll help you out for this time. You're still going to take 25.
Okay.
I realized this after our last fight with this, and I'm like, I probably should have paid better attention to that. That's fine, though. I'm not going to mark. He does not have his charge for shield charge right now. He does a wallop. That's his full turn. So we are going to go to Yuan.
With the con check, that's a 12 I would need for 25 damage.
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah. Thank you for keeping me honest.
Alright, con check. This is a concentration check, which should be advantage.
Oh! That's rough, buddy. The giant smacks you so hard. And I mean, keep in mind, this is a 20-foot giant. These shields are about its height. These are not round shields. These are tower shields. These are massive things. And it puts you through the fucking ringer. You're seeing your ancestors. Some of them pinned to trees. Womp, womp, womp. Goldbrand, or something.
Yuan's gonna move up a little. He wants to stay in Goldbrand's shadow as Yuan does. But he gonna take a step up in here and look at this shit. He's gonna cast Slow. Let me see here. Let me make this where you can see it real fast. You can see it square. So it's 120 feet is like the range of what he can place it, and it's a 40-foot cube. So he gonna go right here.
Tell me who's gonna be affected.
The 2 fire giants, the 2 chain devils. He could theoretically get the whatever the horn devils. Is that what you called them in the back?
Yes.
I haven't decided if he wants to do that.
But they, at the moment, seem passive. If you want to add to your adversaries, by all means. However, I will leave that up to you.
Trying to make sure I can get everybody. Kind of cutting it close on them chain devils, huh? Yeah, well, no, not really. All right, no, he won't do the Horn Devils. He'll just do the ones fighting him.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna just drop a couple of these chains so I don't have to do it later. Okay, fantastic. Sorry, so the Dreadnought and the Forge Caller are both gonna make Wisdom saving throws. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
They are proficient. The Forge Caller got a 29. The Dreadnought, is not proficient. You got a nat 1. And then the Chain Devils as well.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna do these left to right. Wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. All 3 of them fail. So they are slowed.
Yes, sir.
As is the Dreadnought. Fantastic. Anything else for his turn?
Bonus action. Throw a rock. Wrong character sheet. Sorry.
That's also a spell. If I'm not mistaken. I think it's a first level spell,
Yeah.
but it's still a level spell.
Yeah. I don't think he has a bonus action though.
Okay. Thela Spellcaster. Where's my third? Oh no, I got him. Okay. Okay, cool. Fantastic. So we round to Goldbrand. What do you do, my friend?
You know, questions, decisions. I really would like to just start.
I'm sorry.
chopping
1
things up.
second. I just saw that the Chain Devils, at least, have advantage on Wisdom saving throws. That did not make a difference for any of them. Let me make sure that the Fire Giants didn't have that. Nope, we're good. Carry on.
Y'all think I should just go slicing shit up, or should I try to stop this Forge Caller back here? I can attempt to polymorph him, if to buy some time.
Take the call.
I'm hoping that after we prove ourselves, we'll get a long rest to get our spell slots back. So,
I was wondering also if we're allies with him, can we rest in his forge, or just tell him like, "Look, motherfucker, we gotta rest."
Right now you're
Goldbrand
attacking
will-
allies he didn't tell you to attack, so you might be pushing your luck there, buddy.
I think
Make a call.
he'll respect it. Goldbrand will. Yeah, man, I'm really worried about this mother trucker. He's gonna oh, you can't see me moving. He's gonna move so much distance, but I also want to go help Davos. I guess Art can move over.
10 seconds
Goldbrand
on the
will
board.
move 26 feet to this Chain Devil here. He's gonna rage on
Cool.
the way. Let me mark that off real quick, and he's gonna take both of his attacks. Sorry, I'm checking some stuff. He's gonna take both of his
When you're
attacks. He will use it, Arvindil for now.
He has a -2 to his AC.
That guy does? Oh, because of slow. But I am also going to Reckless and do the Great Weapon Master thing. So here's the
Okay, so
first
minus
one
5?
at advantage. -5, which is 19.
Oh, so wait, you're doing Reckless and Great Weapon Master?
Yes.
So you're swinging with advantage, but -5 on each. Okay, yeah, I guess that tracks because they don't use a resource. Like they don't have to use a bonus action to expend them. So that would be a 12 and a 19. 19 does hit.
So that one will be
I'll do
29
that.
damage. Plus 2 is
31.
31 damage.
pulling that Echo with a great sword or an
Yeah,
axe.
I've got some Nova now. Yeah, I can spend dice. Oh, this
Hell
is it.
yeah.
I can spend dice to do even more with that. Spend
You cleave
Whatever it's
through
called.
him. You on the second swing, you knock him into the magma, and his body
Wait a
sits on
second.
top of it, but immediately combusts, and he very slowly starts to sink into that.
Thought
That's
I
your
got-
action and your bonus action, and your movement.
I thought I
So
got
we're
to
gonna
do
roll
something
on-
when I killed something, but that's okay. I'm gonna look and find out later. When you
Go ahead and take a peek at that. We go to the Forge Caller. The Forge Caller, he takes a step back and then runs and jumps and lands right behind you, Arcanox. I almost want to make you make a save for that, just so he doesn't squish you, but I think we're gonna call it good for now. He Where is everybody? What's 30 feet look like? Yuan's within 30 feet. Morningstar is not. Pandora is not. Both of you are. I think he's gonna go ahead and do it. You watch as he has in one hand this sword, and in another hand it almost looks like a whetstone, but he clenches it, and as he does, you see a wall of magma burst from him. In a 30-foot cone, I think he's gonna get Goldbrand and Davos. I need each of you to make a strength saving throw. Oh, excuse me. This is actually 2 different saving throws. First, a dex saving throw. That's a
Has
fail.
advantage for whatever reason. That's just what it says on my sheet.
A dex saving throw you can see.
Yes.
I think that's from.
It's a barbarian
Is that-
thing, I think.
Okay, because
Danger sense.
your bear rune, your bear constellation gives you advantage on another one that you can see, but I forget which type it is. If it's normally dex, then you're good. Go ahead and roll a second time. Davos, the 30 passes. So Davos, you're gonna take 18 points of fire damage. Yes. Goldbrand, did you roll your second one?
It's a 15. I roll it right after the 8.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was clumped in with your strength save. I don't know why it separated that. That fails. So you're going to take 36 points of fire damage, and you are restrained. You can try to burst out of this using your action. Yep.
Was 36 halved? 18?
Because you're raging. 18. Yeah. Sorry. Fantastic. You too, actually, is good to have here because that's going to be Morningstar. Morningstar, he knows most of these enemies are
whoops.
resistant to fire damage. So I think instead, he is going to go... Yeah, I think he's going to start off with a Shatter because he can get these 2 fuckers. He'll go for a Shatter. It's going to be at 4th level because he's a Warlock, and that's what Warlocks do.
Oh yeah.
They both need to make a save.
This
Let's
is.
see.
Oh, never mind.
Not proficient in con save. That's good to know. 1 pass, 1 fail. Well, actually, let me double check his ace. Yeah, 1 pass, 1 fail. And that's gonna be 21 points of damage. And have to. Anybody can tell me what fictional creature I'm doing right now. He shatters bonus action.
You got me on that one.
Doesn't want to use. It's the little dog in the airplane. I forget what his name is. Goes.
Yeah, the
Dog of Wisdom. Yeah. He's gonna save his bonus action for the time being, but he will reposition himself, choosing. He knows Pandora darted off somewhere to the left. I think he's gonna take just a couple steps back, just to keep a little bit of distance. With that, we round to the top of initiative. At the top of the round, Pandora, what do you choose to do? Yeah, that dog.
Yeah, we're gonna sneaky sneaks. I'm gonna shoot this guy right here with Arcanox. It's trying to cover him.
Get him. Ooh.
Let me.
Oh, wait,
roll that.
sorry, nope. Nope. 18 meets. This one is not.
Wow.
very
Okay. Shit.
The other one, much different
Hell
story.
yeah. I was expecting some beef cakes. While I'm at it, can I expend my last charge to where's my thing? Violent attraction. Yeah, that's what it's when I hit a target. Yep. Okay. Wow.
Solid.
Well,
So you're sneaking, so that's
Extra
29 points of
7, I
damage
guess.
total. Fantastic. Solid chunk of damage. Bonus action, hide again. And Arcanox.
I'm going back into the cat.
Me in retrospect realizing I could have given him +2 to his AC on a bonus action, but womp womp womp. That's okay. Arcanox, this giant has just leapt behind you. You are against the magma and behind him. What do you choose to do?
Well, He is now in my range.
Toss him
Right
in the
where I
drink.
wanted him.
3 swings.
2 of those hit.
Determining if I want to drop my shield of faith to make him smite. Nah, there's time.
You don't have to do that. I don't think smite's concentration.
Well, shield of faith
Oh.
is.
Yeah, but you would only have to drop it if you were casting another concentration spell. I think there are some smite spells that are concentration, but like divine smite is not, because it's just when
Well.
you hit, you get to pop it. Oh! So many numbers. I'm gonna deal the 19 first.
Whoa, that was a lot. Anyway,
So you're popped 1 smite. We're just gonna use the first one with a 22.
and then throw 3 at me.
Fantastic. Bonus action.
Bonus action. Bonus action dredge.
Yeah,
For a
good.
23.
23 does hit. This giant is feeling it. Oh, I poured a shot earlier, but never took it. Woo!
Mm.
All right, another 8 points. Go ahead and that was action, bonus action. You may move if you choose to. He might swing you. As we round to Davos.
I going to bonus action Light of Lathander. I guess get these 2. 2 guys? 3 guys? Question mark. Either way.
I think you 2. I mean, you can. Are you saying for the chains? Is the 3? Who's the third guy you're talking
Yeah.
about?
I don't know. I only see 2. It doesn't matter. That way. How many
Yeah.
ever that is.
They have a -2 to their AC right now, so good time to smack them.
The 18 con save.
18 con. The Dreadnoughts. Proficient in con. Kind of expected that. Oh, but he rolled a natural 1. The Chain Devil. Also proficient in con. Oh, but also fails. He's going to take both of them are going to take the full brunt of that damage. And be blinded. Blinded and slowed. What a terrible place to be.
Alright, and that's going to open up my attack. Here's
Crazy.
first swing, second, well, with advantage on the big shield guy here.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Alright, so there's the damage to the first, but I'm going to use a 3rd spell level Divine Smite for 5d8. Additional.
Yeah, get him.
5d8, there we go.
Is that counting the extra one your sword gets you?
That is counting it, yes.
Nice.
Yeah, because it's
Sick.
2d8
Okay, cool.
for first level, 3rd for the sword, and then 5 for 3rd level. And I'm going to add a d6 to
Okay.
this. This is going to be extra damage and a +3, it looks like, to my AC until the start of my next turn. Because
Yeah,
I no
for
longer
your
have to
flourish.
use
Fuck yeah,
Spartan
dude.
Inspiration. I could just use a d6. So
I love
now
that.
I
That's so
have a 27 AC, and I'm going to do a second attack.
Fuck.
Good guy. Here's
Get him.
the first and the second with advantage.
First one misses, second one hits. Roll damage.
Right. And I'm going to do an additional Divine Smite at 3rd level.
Fantastic. Officially sending him into bloodied territory.
And the 5d8.
Yeah, burn all those spell slots, motherfuckers. Fantastic. Okay, yeah, he is looking fucked up. Round 2. I'm sorry, anything else, sir? Sir.
I can't add
Uh,
AC. I guess I
Did
could.
you use a bonus action?
The Light of Lathander. I'm gonna defensive.
right, yeah.
Okay, no change. 3 extra damage though.
Cool. Fantastic. As we round to the Horn Devils and Bell, they remain sentinel at their position. Bell, again, assessing you with a great deal of consternation. We round then to the Chain Devils. All three of them are slowed. Do they reroll that at the end of their turn, Devin? Do they reroll that when they get hit? No, not when they get hit. Just when at the end of their turn, or when or P fails concentration. Interesting. So when the animated chain raises a multi-attack on its turn. So here's an interesting point of order. The animate chains give him an extra attack when he uses his multi-attack. But they can't use their multi-attack because they're slowed. So I don't think they would get the extra chain attack. Okay, I'll allow it. We will say this one's going to go for Yuan. A 25 definitely hits a Yuan. I need him to take 11 points of slashing damage, and he is grappled. Make a constitution check. He has to beat a 10. Concentration check, excuse me.
Working down that damage. Concentration check. Okay. 19.
That passes. The second devil. Oh, one of the devils is dead. That's right. The second devil, also slowed, blinded. He will have one of the chains attack for him because the chain isn't blinded. Yeah, it's an animated chain. It attacks of its own accord. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be blinded. This one is going to make a swing at, we're going to say, Davos. Davos is the one who blinded him. Oh, a natural 20. But he rolled like shit on the damage. I need you to take 12 points of slashing damage. And you are also grappled. I'm going to reposition this to where it grapples onto you. It latches onto you, and one of the ends anchors to the forge across the way. And you feel sort of a tug. You gather, if it's allowed to hold on to you for much longer, it's going to try to pull you into the magma. We are going to roll to the Dreadnought, who is not very happy. Blinded and slowed. It can only make one attack. It can't do its charge. You're restrained now, so I think it has advantage. Let me confirm that. Restrained, your speed becomes 0. Attack rolls against you have advantage. Your attacks have disadvantage. You have disadvantage on dex saving throws. So that's going to nullify his disadvantage from being blinded. He's going to swing at you. A 26 does not hit you right now, does it?
Does not.
A 27. Right. You watch as the shield he has begins to glow red hot as he's holding it over the magma, and he goes to deck you with it. And you dodge out of the way just in time. You feel the heat of it against your skin. Very narrowly missing from being quite possibly pummeled. As we go to Yuan. What's Yuan got?
Yuan is grappled, restrained. Can he cast spells restrained?
He is. Yeah.
Oh, I know what Yuan's going to do. Yuan's going to twin spell. It's not a bonus action. Twin spell, right?
Oh, I apologize. Let me reread this just to make sure I'm saying it right. Oh, no, they are grappled and restrained. Okay. At the start of his turn, he does need to take 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought it was just... I thought I had misspoken and that it was just grappled, but it is both. Carry on.
So that changes things. I forgot he's concentrated on slow, so he can't. I was going to twin spell on a larger reduce just to put slow down on here.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, to make our frontliners big.
Or make the daddy small.
Or make the baddie small. Instead, he casts a spell. He just can't cast another concentration spell. Oh, shit. I would really like to push that motherfucker. Can't get arc. I will fire bolt, but he's going to change the damage type. I guess radiant. I'm afraid to do it to cold.
For which one?
This one. It's not slowed. He's also going to throw a stone at it, so he's just. Never mind. I take it back.
Both attacks?
No, I take it back. I'm going to cast one spell instead. I'm going to Psychic Lance it, because that's just a 4th level spell.
That's nice. What's the save on that? Wisdom?
Intelligence.
Intelligence. Ooh, hitting them where it hurts. Oh, actually, they're fairly smart. They're smarter than any of you.
I would like to go ahead and twin spell that, because I was going to use that resource earlier. Oh, it's 4.
Same target?
I will go ahead and do it. No,
Same
I
target?
one to each of them.
One at each? Oh, cool. Okay, the first one rolled a 12. The second one,
Oh. Gotta write this down somewhere else.
the second one's much more stupid.
Ugh.
He also fails. Nice. Okay, that's 28 points of damage to both. And stunned. Oh, that's brutal.
Incapacitated. Maybe it is stunned. Maybe you're right.
I think you might be right that it's incapacitated. Either way, I think one of them includes the other. Fantastic.
Bonus action. He will shadow step out of the chain that's grappling him.
He cannot shadow step because this is not dim light. The added magma in here and the torches here, it's a well-lit area.
Okay. In that case, he has to stay there.
I did think about this because he's been doing that a lot lately because we've been in the Shriekwood and the fucking, the whatchamajigger, the Hellgate. But this place is a little brighter. I'm sorry, any other bonus action?
Nah, that's about all he could have done.
Goldbrand. You see both giants looking pretty beat up. The Chain Devil is also a little worse for wear. This one over here is full of health, but they are still slowed. What do you choose to do?
So this mother trucker is stunned or incapacitated. We don't actually get the crits on him.
No, they're not paralyzed.
Is
Gonna add to my
the only thing I need to
DM's
check
binder for next campaign. No paralyze spells, or I will paralyze you.
Nah, he can't really. I was gonna try to do something. I don't know if it'll help. I'm gonna do it anyway. So I just looked this up to make extra sure. When you use the attack action, you can grapple or attack and attack, or grapple and grapple. So first he's gonna try to do is he's gonna try to trip this dreadnought here back into. He's gonna shove him, I guess would be the word. Trip is whichever one gets him in the magma. I guess that's.
You're gonna try to shove the dreadnought?
Yeah, or I want to trip him into the magma. If it has to be a shove, then it has to be a shove.
I mean, I guess it's kind of a shove would be a grapple check, yeah?
Yeah, they're all technically grapples, but when you grapple, you use the attack action, and that's, that causes
so you can
the
make
trigger for
multiple
extra
grapples
attack. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see something real quick.
I would love to be able to shove him prone into the lava, but I understand I might have to pick one. Prone or into the
saving throws. Okay, sorry. Just reading up on slow. Okay, I mean, yeah, you can, it would be a shove, grapple check, but yeah. The Dreadnought.
I didn't roll very well.
He has a plus 13. Oh, it's only one higher than you, actually. He has a plus 13. You're only slightly weaker than a giant, if that makes you feel any better.
So I'm trying this.
Yeah, he rolled a 27, however.
Can't even, whoa, that sucks. All right. Second time he
because he rolled higher, he pushes you. You fall in love. Sorry.
He is slowed and incapacitated, so fuck him. And then I will.
Oh, incapacitated. You're right. Hang on one second.
He can't take actions or reactions. Is the only.
But it doesn't. Okay, cool. Okay.
But I will attack with the second attack. As Goldbrand's do.
Yeah, get him.
Do I get advantage on that because I'm raging?
You could do reckless. I don't think you by default get.
Who are you attacking? The shield guy?
Yeah, I'm trying to knock him over.
Isn't he blinded?
Oh,
so he automatically fails.
You should have advantage on at least the attack. I don't know about the grapple.
The grapple I don't think would be affected because blinded is they have advantage on. They have disadvantage on their attacks. You have advantage on attacks against them.
But it's an attack roll.
You know,
Yeah, yeah.
it fails any ability check that requires sight, but you're physically pushing him, so I don't think it requires sight. He feels you trying to shove him.
Mm.
Whether or not the attack roll and grapple roll is an attack to get advantage there, that's a
They're
little trickier.
special
It's
melee
technically an
attack.
ability. Yeah, but it's technically he's not making you're not making an attack roll against him. You're making an ability check. It's an attack, yes, but you're not making an attack roll. You're making an ability check. I'm gonna say the blinded wouldn't go into effect. I might try to look at that ruling later, but I'm gonna say for now that it's just flat roll. The 33 does hit, and so does your 17 points of damage.
Plus 2 for rage.
Thank you, 19 points of damage.
Making absolutely sure that I don't get to roll, because like some rages, maybe not my rage, gives you, not me.
Oh, they get to roll at the end of slow.
Yes, at
They
the end of
do.
their turn. At the end of their turn.
All of them have gone once.
Could
I
have
think.
reckless, but I did not.
Yeah, because the dreadnought just went. That was a wisdom save, if I'm calling correctly.
Yes, sir.
One of the chain devils is released if it's slow. The other two do fail. Sorry. Anything else for Goldbrand?
No, I have a bonus action. No, I'm not gonna use my Kajigger. No, nah, afraid not.
Fantastic. Let's see here. Morningstar is going to reposition himself up here. Oh, actually, he would know this. Are they immune to fire? They are immune to fire. That is most unfortunate. He could still wallop them, but it's not quite the same thing if he can't put them in the magma. He will make an Eldritch Blast attack. He technically gets 2 of these. One of those is a nat 20. The other one's a 16, which meets. So let's roll some damage there and some damage there. That's a total of 23 points. The solid chunk to the one here, and remind me of his Eldritch invocations if you can, Ben. I'm trying to remember. I think he has Eldritch Shove, doesn't he?
He has Eldritch Spear.
So he has extra range.
It might be shoved. It might be shoved. You can move him up to 10 feet, I think.
I'm pulling it up now. Eldritch or Agonizing Blast, which deals extra damage, which is solid. That's going to deal an extra 8 total. Is that a bonus action? No, it's an action. Okay, so he will deal the extra damage there. Fantastic. And his action, I don't think he has a bonus action that he can use. He could do Flame Blade. Yeah, he licks the edge of his rapier, which, as he does, burst into this bluish red, blue at the base of the blade, but red on the ends. And he brandishes the weapon towards the chain devil. Oh, but that's fire damage. No, he won't do that. I apologize. He'll save a spell slot. Fantastic. With that, we go to Pander. The 2 fire giants are looking in critical condition. One of the chain devils is also in pretty rough shape. What do you choose to do?
Thematic here.
Pander.
Sorry, Discord was trying to have a stroke there. I think I'm just gonna hit the one I did last time, since I'm still covering for Arc.
I was say this big guy in the middle.
Yeah.
Swing, babe.
Swingy. Swingity, a 32 to hit.
Are hidden. Yeah, that's 31 points of damage. Solid hit. And back into the cat dimension. Arcanox. This one in front of you staggers a bit as an arrow plows into its chest and throws it a little off balance. What do you choose to do?
All right.
Assaulting him from both ends.
Oberon sees what's about to happen and goes, "What?" in the middle of fighting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back to the top.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. 1 second. I skipped over the Forge Caller. He went right before. My apologies. He went right before Morningstar. So he actually gets an attack real quick. He is not
He's
slow.
incapacitated.
He's
Can't take
incapacitated.
actions or reactions.
Even worse. Okay, never mind. He can take a bonus action though. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. Go ahead, Art.
All right. So, tried and true. Here's 2.
Witness
21 and 20.
Swing, motherfucker.
That,
All right, you bet that's it.
that nat 20 is good to use a smite on. You could do some fucking. You can chuck it.
You do
That's
speak
the
the
case.
truth.
I am absolutely. I hate that they put it at the bottom. Hold on a second. Point, second level. Here's my 3d8 on top of that.
Fantastic. That's double the 28. He is looking very rough. He is at he's almost at 10% health.
Here's the damage from the second attack.
Fantastic. I think he got 1 swing left, plus the bonus action.
I'm gonna go ahead and do my bonus action first with Dredge. Shazam.
16 does
Alright,
not
wait.
hit, unfortunately.
What was your 3d8? Smite?
It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you gonna double that, or you want him to roll 3 more d8?
No, I doubled it.
Oh, I got lost.
I think you got 1 more attack.
Don't have more.
Get him.
Yeah,
Get him.
Yeah, get it.
Miss him up.
Yeah, he is looking
I'm on
fucked up. He is
that
the cusp.
On that last hit, when Arcanauts make contact, he's gonna snarl at him and declare that we are the Fist of Hecatan. When he lost his kingdom, it was us he sent.
Mm. Okay, to a Jotun. You know what? Make an intimidation
Yeah,
check.
I'm like, yeah, I'm
Speaks the
name
truth.
dropping the Storm King. Get out of here.
I'm not going to give you advantage primarily because he is fighting for his freedom, but with a 27, I don't think you'll need it. You watch as this look of absolute fear washes over the face. Even in hell, a lifetime of servitude. He has heard of the fall of the Jotun lords, of his own Jotun lord, Zolto. He knows that there is a force to be reckoned with on the material plane, and standing before you all, he's beginning to put together exactly who that is. Nothing's gonna happen right now, but he is shook. Davos, what you got, homie?
I am going to Misty step out of this restraint.
Oh yeah, pop, motherfucker. Good
And
call. Very good call.
I'm just going to pretty much just move slightly over. Stay right here.
You could go back
And-
there to that chain devil if you wanted to fuck it up. The
I
other guy
wanna
is
get rid of-
incapacitated for his turn. And he's slowed.
Blinded.
He is blind, that's
He's-
true. Okay.
He's
fair
fucked
enough.
up.
It looks like you can kill him too, so that may actually be the
That's-
better.
I'm
Davos
blind.
also gets
Take that.
extra damage on blinded targets, so I mean,
Oh, yeah, do it. Mess him up.
I get extra
Yeah.
damage?
Yeah,
Thought just
according to
bam.
your Blade of Night Erenbor, you get extra damage on a blinded target. It's either that or your Light of Lathander. One of them gives you, I think, an extra T8 of damage on a blinded target.
First, might doesn't say. Let's see.
Okay,
Doesn't say. I might have to go look while I'm waiting for my next turn. All right. Either way, advantage on
I
the
just
first
typed in
guy.
Davos 5e. Whoops.
It is a critical on this 32 because it was a 19.
Nice. Roll damage. We'll double the die. So that is, and we used the two-handed damage for you. So that is a 10. Wait, am I reading it right? Plus 7. Yeah. That's a 27 points of damage You bring this one to its knees. It is bleeding profusely. Its blood steaming as it spatters onto the cobblestone bridge before you, and it looks up at you with a look of fear because it knows you're not done. What do you do?
I was gonna ask, does the smite only work for nat 20s or all criticals?
The weapon
any
is
crit.
praised. Attacks on this weapon deal critical damage on an 18 to a 20. Deal critical damage.
Either way, I'm smiting him first
I'll
level.
allow it. Yeah, I feel like that's a little broken, but go ahead.
It'll be 3d8 either way at a first level, so I don't know that it matters.
How do you want to do this, though? Brandon,
Same way, two-handed, bringing down just clink, sword into the stone bridge as his head falls off into the magma.
He is on his knees looking at you at eye level, this towering thing that has been imprisoned to a life of servitude. And as you raise up your blade to strike it, a chain wraps around it and stops it mid-swing. And Bell from across the room says, "That will do. His service is not yet done. Death would be a mercy that I am not going to give them today." And as he snaps his fingers, the remaining chains latch on to the giants and drag them back to their stations.
Shit sucks.
The area...
Gross.
What was that, Marvin?
I was like, shit sucks, dude. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
No sweet release of
Sucks.
breath.
I don't know, like I feel like something in Davos was awoken and I would just turn to Bell and say, I'm not finished, because I do still have an attack left.
No.
Oh my god.
You've proven your points. You've proven yourselves capable. If you continue, I'm afraid I'll have to interpret it as destruction of property. After all, these things do belong to me. So please, if you wish to continue, by all means.
I would begrudgingly sheath the sword, but he knows I'm not happy about it.
Oh, he very much does. He will look over you. Oh, excellent. You've proven yourselves more than capable of handling any mess you get yourselves into. I do have to say, enmity is a particular pain in my ass. He's locked away in the Maw, a multi-level prison that you'll have to get to the bottom of in order to fight it. Lucky for you, as I was once ruler of this realm, I happen to be very familiar with what you're bound to face. The Maw holds within it some of the most powerful foes the Hells have ever faced, including a demon lord. Bahamut has been sealed within the lower levels of this prison. If you can release him, he will provide more than enough distraction to draw away the bulk of Enmity's guards, allowing you a better chance at eliminating him. Thankfully, I'm willing to provide you with a tool to get Bahamut out of his hell. But there's a few terms we need to discuss first. I'll have you know that this is not a self-serving, this is entirely self-serving. If I give you the right tools to kill enmity, I get the pleasure of weakening Zariel's loyalists and sending that treacherous little bastard all the way down the river Styx. But first, brave knight of the Dawnfather, that's a peculiar weapon you wield. And he points over, not to the sword at your side, but to the bard's dance rapier floating beside you. Care to share how such a thing came into your possession?
Found it? No, I think that's what I started with, right? No, it was a regular rapier.
Yeah.
Which one was this one?
This one was Azazel's rapier that you purified.
That's right. I would relay that to him. Took down Azazel myself. I killed him. No one else.
Ah, well, good. He was an insufferable little shit.
Hold on a
Indeed.
second.
Knowing that
I mean, you guys helped, but like I took him out. I never
Help.
heard Gideon.
He's dead. Goran looks over before he says anything else to see his reaction.
looks over to Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Bell will sort of cock his head to the side and give a gentle nod. He's difficult to read, but you can make an insight check if you wish.
Let's make sure I ain't about to make you mad, but Goran. The only reason I know that Goran did it is because he did it with a scythe, which means he's dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
He very specifically cut that bitch off at the source.
And I guess Goran will express that because it sounded like he was about to insult him. Where's my insight? I'm so sorry, I can't find it. I found it. But he wants to watch for his reaction when he mentions that he's dead, and he don't want to draw attention to the scythe, but he'll mention that they killed him permanently.
Yeah. With a 27, again, very difficult to read this particular figure. He is a fiend of one of the highest calibers possible. But with a 27, you pick up a bit of smugness, a bit of satisfaction in knowing that Azazel was permanently done. You do not pick up on any concern for himself. Like, he doesn't seem to think that he's at risk because you've killed Azazel permanently. But he does seem approving in a way. He'll say, "No, Azazel was a pompous, arrogant son of a bitch. Quite frankly, it's been far too long riding on the coattails of dear old mom and dad. I have to say, I almost didn't recognize your weapon. Which is saying something, as I'm the one who forged it.
It is one of my
Might
favorite.
I have a closer look?"
I would push it over using my Jedi mind tricks.
It drifts toward him, and he actually walks towards you across the magma, not sinking into it. And almost as if a display of "this can do no harm to me, but will absolutely wreck your shit," as he looks closer at the blade. Very nice. Purification. The topaz must have been easy to find, but where on Toril did you find the blood of a Celestial? He'll look at you very pointedly.
I got a friend.
Make not a deception check. Actually, yeah, deception check because you're downplaying it a bit.
Performance?
If you give me a little more, I might allow a performance check.
I think you should just tell him it's none of his business. Or ask him what the information's worth to him.
You said persuasion? And what did you say?
Deception, because you're downplaying your relationship. If you want to give me a little more, you might be able to make a performance check.
I actually grew up with this person. A lifelong friend.
Okay, I'll allow a performance or persuasion.
Hell yeah.
Roll well, I'll tell you that.
Nat 20 plus 17.
Right. You beat him, not by a whole hell of a lot, but you beat him. He cocks his head and seems satisfied with your answer. Well, just as steel must be superheated and cooled, tempering through divine and infernal means can enhance even the finest of blades. That blade you wield there, and this time he gestures to your father's sword, the blade of Knight Arambor. It's empowered by a divine spark, a fine weapon, surely, but to truly test the metal of your metal, you've got to stress it. Take it from one extreme and then rapidly to the other. We could temper it, Make it a fine weapon, a bit of fire, a bit of light, a tool that both devils and celestials will fear. Something that could help you against your battle with enmity.
And in return,
In return, I get to know the satisfaction that a blade I helped craft was the end of enmity. But I understand trust is not given, it's forged. What if I sweeten the deal? What if I say, that tree bearing your father's name, the one bearing your name, what if I were to make that debt go away? You get the sword, you get your father's soul as well as yours. You even get the privilege of slaying your bitter foe, unleashing an enemy of his to aid you in the endeavor. And all I'm asking is guarantee that you will kill him. And if not, then I have your soul. But as it stands right now, it's already sworn to the hells, isn't it?
so just so I understand, I have to be the one to kill him with the Blade Knight of Erenbor?
No, I will allow any of your party to be the ones to eliminate him. As long as he is dealt with, our deal will be
There's something up
seen as
Joey's.
met.
Deal.
We're gonna be trying to kill him either way. I mean, it's
know.
not like we're not gonna be trying to kill him
Yeah.
regardless.
Joey's gonna flip it.
He holds out his hands and takes a few more steps to be at the edge of the lava and waits for you to shake it.
Is it too late to roll insight?
You can roll an insight check.
Ah, that sucks.
Seems to be telling the truth. Seems to want enmity dealt with, and is seeming to want to provide you with whatever tools he can to make that possible.
Like, do y'all know the core of Davos making a deal with a frickin'... Yeah, but it's
His
my
hand?
father's soul.
Mm.
Alright, I would do it. And I would shake hands.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
You motherfucker.
It's not that bad. You'll survive.
Barely.
You on trying out to
that's not a
smirk in the
great roll.
background?
Yeah. Take 18 points of fire damage. Just as when Arcanox made the deal with Morningstar earlier, a brand, this one much more intricate, taking up almost a half sleeve, is burned into your arm. This is a physical manifestation of the agreement you have made. And he nods his head to your sword. He goes, shall we get to work?
Let's get it over with.
He leads you over to his throne, behind which sits a massive mantle. He goes, this should be fairly straightforward. You take a strike, I take a strike, 3 times each. I will tell you that whoever manages to leave the bigger impact at the end of this will, give the blade a unique property of sorts. If you manage to outdeal me, then it'll be a little more divine. If I manage to outdeal you, it'll be a bit more fiendish. But you look like a cocksure motherfucker if I've ever seen one. Let's see what you've got.
Call Brandon background. Oh, talk.
He takes the sword from your grasp. He dips it into the magma, pulls it out still red hot and lays it on the anchor, and hands you a hammer. you're going to roll a divine smite, or any kind of smite, I guess, but at whatever level you choose. Your goal is to outdeal him in damage.
Using what spell slots I have left.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Woo!
So there's a max of a 5d8.
That is correct.
I'm guessing I don't get that additional d8 from using that blade. Because
I'll allow it. You're the way I'm seeing it, you're holding the hilt of the blade in one hand. So I will allow you to get that extra d8 to bump it up to a max of 68 if you use the proper spell slot.
Okay. That would be 4th level then. That would be the max typically for a divine smite. I got 3 hits.
Yes, sir. Make one first, and then he'll make one.
I got 3 4th levels, so I'm gonna 6d8 it each time.
Fantastic.
Gotta go
Roll your
balls
first.
out. Alright,
Roll low.
6d8. 33.
33.
A
Fantastic.
1 on one of them.
3 8s though.
But you got 3 8s. That's pretty solid.
Pretty solid.
You watch as he cocks his neck to the side, and he has a hammer of his own. His actually a two-handed, like maul almost. And as he draws it back, you see it just be a streak of flame as with an imperceptible speed, it clashes down. And Gil's 29, just below you. Your next swing.
Me. 32.
32, that's a total of 55. He's going to do same, 28, for a total of 50, what's that, 57?
Yep.
Wait. That math's not right. Yours is a 65, not a 55. My apologies. And he has a 57. Go ahead.
All I can think of is Elena looking down on me if I wield a fiendish blade. So I summon the power of love. And it's the worst one.
Yeah, I was about to say that's what you get.
No.
As you think on Helena, as you think of how this blade has helped you save her from the dwarf Jasper who kidnapped her, save her from Alglotix as he sought to use her against you, as she saved you when you fell at the Battle of Nightstone. Give me another d8. I'm gonna tack on an extra bit of divinity in the bit of your girlfriend's, your wife's blood that is sanctified your blade. That's 29. That's gonna be 94 damage. He's gonna cock his neck, and he does his strongest swing yet. By 6 points, you just narrowly outdo him. As he strikes it the final time, he takes the hilt of the blade and he dips it into a pool of liquid beside the anvil. And as it steams, you see the water begin to glow, this bright, bright yellow. And as you pull it out, add the Blade of Absolution to your inventory. I will copy and paste that in chat just so it's easier to find. Blade of Absolution. Oh, that unfortunately did it as an image, so you can't copy paste. My bad. I'll try that. This blade will give you an extra d8 on your smite damage. It also, instead of a 3rd level smite, you get a free 5th level smite each day. And because the Radiant Energy one, you can choose either a Divine Smite or a Banishing Smite, each of which will have a special perk when you use this free slot. It's also bumped up a damage die to be equivalent to a Greatsword rather than a one-handed blade. And I believe it has one more perk. I forget which one this is, so I will allow you to tell me. Do you see it yet?
I got it pulled up in my inventory.
What's the last? I think it was a vulnerability perk, but I forget exactly how this one's phrased.
maintain concentration for banishing smite? Or
Those two are for the special perk for that. Here it is. Oh, excuse me. That's the wrong one. Once per dawn, you call on the Blade of Absolution to channel Righteous Fury. You cry out the name of a single target you can see, who must then make a Wisdom save. If you roleplay denouncing them, they get disadvantage on the throw. If they fail, you choose a damage type, and if they're immune, they lose their immunity. Otherwise, they gain vulnerability to that. So even if it's a devil who's immune to fire damage, you can make them take normal damage. Or if they're not immune to it, you make them vulnerable to it. I did make 2 different weapons for this, just because I didn't know which one you were going to get. But I was hoping you would win in this swing off. Very nice. Bell looks to you and goes, well, you have your weapon. You have your targets. And now you have these. He, in fact, he'll give out 6 of these, 1 to each of you. And it is a little token that almost looks like a maze, a little metal maze, and about a 3 foot, almost like it would be a pendant on a necklace. But as you look at it, the maze is just constantly shifting and changing, constantly. He says, Bahamut is kept within a shifting maze in the bottom of the maw, the Everlost. You'll have to go in to the Everlost and find the portal within. If one of you crosses its threshold with this pendant, Bahamut and whoever else is trapped in there will be set loose, causing all the chaos and distraction you could possibly hope for. And should you fulfill your end of the bargain, your father and your soul will be freed of their debt. Zariel may be the Archduchess, but while his betrayal happened, I was the one in charge. He will be forgiven, as long as you maintain your end of the bargain.
I will die trying.
I can only hope.
Wait, what?
With that, I believe we are going to call an end to tonight's session. We thank you all very much for joining us. We love you. Take care of yourselves, one another, and keep rolling. We'll catch you next time.